Whew. Hello, everyone. We are live again. We're next to the museum this time. And let's see, maybe we're gonna have a better day today. Hey, Dandelion Gum. Nice to see you. I'm alright. I'm pretty good. A bit tired. Always tired. As I said, hello. It's just an incoming. Hey, Martin. Nice to see you. A lot of kids. Hello. Hey, that gay vegan. Nice to see you. Hey Chip, I think you're going to get me fired from my job. I spent half the day on here. Roya, don't get fired. Don't get fired. I appreciate you being here, but don't get fired. We're now at the old place. There's not a lot of people, so we might need to move where I was yesterday. The problem was that yesterday I had as you can see, I usually have a sponge around the microphone, but the wind knocked it off and it went into the canal, so I lost it. There you go, that happens. Nathan, hey, nice to see you, Nathan. Blackberry. Andoni is early. Yay, nice to see you, Andoni. Yeah. Hey, would you like to try a social experiment? Hey, Grey Sky, nice to see you here. Social experiment time, says Moonrise Studios. Yes, HA says Free Palestine. I think they reached the, not peace treaty, but the ceasefire, right? Is there a plaster on your finger? It looked like a fake nail. Yeah, it's a plaster. I don't know what happened. I accidentally cut my finger. Like a paper cut. I guess I paper cut my finger. I still use paper from time to time, so yeah. The funny thing was, as I was coming here, every time before I come here, I use the bathroom so that I don't need to during the stream. And I don't know if you guys know that in Amsterdam there's toilets on the street, mostly for men. Nowadays they're starting to put in also for women, and you can go in them and just whatever, do your thing. And today it was blocked by geese, so I had to shoot them, go around, show them, point towards where I'm going, go in all sorts of ways. They were just like literally in front of it. They were like, no, 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 don't. And they were doing that whole thing where they go like with their neck. Funny. Cute. Yeah. Great to see you, Nathan. Yeah. Plants communicate with each other no matter what you all may think, says 3or. So what if they do communicate with each other? So do computers. Hey, would you like to try a social experiment? Computers also communicate with each other. Why does that mean anything? Does that mean you should never unplug a computer? Does that mean you should never disassemble a computer? No. Well, computers communicate with each other. So what? Doesn't mean anything. That shows life. Plants are alive. You don't need that to show that plants are alive. Plants are alive, but plants are not sentient. Do you know the difference between alive and sentience? Gary, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, never stop. Never will, Gary. 3or says plants are aware of what's happening. Please show me evidence, 3or. There is no evidence for that. What does the sign say? The sign says, come talk to me, I'm doing a social experiment. The image might be mirrored, I don't know why. I don't want to do that. Wait, what did I do? There you go. Trior says, it's not up to me to teach you, look it up. But Trior, you're making the statement. If you're making a statement, you got to back it up with evidence. It's not up for me to find evidence for your statement, you know? It's kind of funny. Imagine me making a statement and saying to everybody else, well, it's up to you to prove it. I just have to say it. No, if you're going to say something, you have to provide evidence for it. Otherwise, your statement is null. It means nothing. Hey, Linda, nice to see you here. Plus, Trior, even if you believe that plants are sentient, then it would still be morally preferable to kill less plants, and thus it would still be morally preferable to be vegan, because you know what? When you're vegan, you also kill less plants, because most of the plants are grown for animal agriculture, so when you eat an animal, you also eat all the plants that an animal ate. So there you go. It's still morally preferable to be vegan. I'm not wasting my time educating someone who doesn't want to change either. Okay, Trior, tell me. Tell me. How should I change? Tell me, Trior. Tell me. Because you say I'm not, you're wasting your time. Tell me, how should I change? You claim somehow that you're not wasting your time. Tell me, how should I change and why? How is that not living up to my own moral standards? It seems like you're having an argument, but you can't actually back it up with anything. You just want to complain and try to justify exploiting innocent sentient beings for something that you don't need, just because by placing the blame on me by saying, hey, look, you also kill plants. Plants are also sentient. It doesn't really matter. There you go. It doesn't really matter. Because at the end of the day, being vegan is still morally preferable, even if you believe that plants are sentient, as I said before. So it doesn't really matter. And plants are not sentient also. Like, there's no scientific evidence that plants would ever be sentient. Veghead, yeah, he did just admit that he doesn't have any argument. Do you guys hear the jazz? So Trior, why aren't you vegan then? If you believe plants are sentient, then surely you should advocate for as few plants as possible to be exploited and killed, right? So why aren't you vegan then? Because we have dominion over them. So you're not vegan. In other words, you don't respect the rights of innocent sentient beings because you have power over them. In other words, you don't respect people or individuals who you don't have power over because you have power over them. Therefore, you think you can do whatever you want to them. I got you. And that's what your values are. Huh? And you're standing up to those values, and you think that's okay. Yeah, there you go. Carrie's right. I have dominion over my children. Should I abuse them because I can? Yeah, I noticed, Trior, when you don't have any arguments, you just start mentioning something about me. When you can't answer questions, you start saying something about me. I noticed it's hard for you to answer these questions, and it's okay, you know, like, we're here trying to help you out, you know, help you out live up to your own moral standards after all, right? Help you out to find out what the truth is. Genesis, what is this live about? Genesis, so I'm sitting here in Amsterdam with a sign, doing a social experiment. I'm trying to get people to talk to me. Well, whoever wants to stop. And who stops, we have a social experiment where I get to question their morals. and then I see if they're living up to their own moral standards. Hey, Veghead, thank you so much for the donation. You guys want to try a social experiment? Yeah, I don't care. Captain Obvious from our creator. Is that the... Are you a Pastafarian? Because, you know, Pastafarians believe that the world was made by... that the god is actually just a bowl of pasta and meatballs, I think. Are you a Pastafarian? Hey, the vegan plant, nice to see you here. Far be it from me to question your beliefs, to be honest. I don't really care what you believe in. As long as you don't shove your beliefs down my throat. You do you. Hi. You guys okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Yeah, no problem.
What are you guys' names?
I'm Kan Lee. Kan Lee.
Kan Lee?
Yeah, Ali.
Ali?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Chip. So my social experiment, I try to ask people what they think about animals. What do you guys think about animals?
Like I've had many pets, so I love animals. I've had like lots of pets. I love animals. I had a cat, a dog. I even took after a chick. I love animals.
Okay. Okay. How about you?
Yeah, I have a cat too, and I love animals too. I always sleep with my cat. So
What is it about you have a cat now? You said.
Yeah.
Okay, so both of you cats. What is it about cats that, like, how do you see cats? You think they're cute? You love them? Why do you love cats?
Like we're from Turkey, so the cats are a big culture, like
Yeah.
big cultural thing in our country. Because like cats in mosques, cats in cafes, cats everywhere. So
Is that why you love them, or is there a particular reason? Like,
because
yeah,
we see them
I
so
love them
much,
because
we're
like
used to
they're
it.
kind of independent. I kind of like that.
so your cat specifically, would you be able to distinguish them from other stray cats, for example?
Yeah,
Like, would you say that they have a personality?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like
I see.
mine's a bit weird. I've got mine from street, so it's just normal other stray cats, but a bit more touchy.
Yeah, but would you? Is it a her?
Yeah.
Your cat? Is it a he? Okay. Is he? Do you see him as a part of your family, or do you see him as?
Like I see him as a part of my family, so it just he comes around, gives us morale, cuddles. Pretty
Okay.
good animal.
Fair enough. Do you think it would be fair to objectify these animals?
Like it's being objectified by lots of people, but it's just now a trading strategy for people to gain money. I believe.
Yeah. But how do you feel? Would you think it's okay to objectify them, like to treat them like objects, basically?
Like
I mean, like for example, cows. I mean, we gotta eat them because it's protein. So I mean, I think yeah, some animals can be objectified, like cows. But
What is it about cows that says it's okay to objectify them?
I mean, not all of them, but some of them we need to like eat them.
Why don't you need to eat the cat?
Cat because
cats are hard to grow as well, and not too much meat, I believe, because Chinese try
yeah,
them,
and it might
they
be
didn't hurt
not
them
like
much.
safe, like not healthy. I think
So that's the only reason why you don't eat your cats, because they don't have a lot of meat on their bones.
No, I love my cat. I wouldn't eat them if I start.
What
to
about
death.
other cats on the street?
Like if I was starved to death,
No. If you're in the same situation that you are day to day, not just starving to death.
then I wouldn't eat a cat, of course.
No. So then, what is it? What's the difference between a cat and a cow that says it's okay to kill one but not the other for food?
Like it has been started since like human beginning, I believe, because cows are easy to look after. Like you just put two fences and they can't go anywhere. Harder to feed, but
So, just because we've been doing it for a long time, does that make it right?
I don't know the morality, but
What do your values say? What does your moral say? What do you, according to your own values, is it okay to kill cows just because everybody else is doing it?
But there's also this for the people that growing vegetables, they also have to kill some animals to also keep the vegetables safe. There's that fact. So even if you don't eat meat, even though if you eat vegetables, still like animals get murdered.
That's fair enough. Yeah, but would you accept that yes, animals die in the production of crops, animals die in the production of the roads, animals die in the production of houses, right? But does that give us the right to kill extra animals, to just like kill whoever we want because saying that animals die anyway?
Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say any comment. On
Because at the end of the day, you know, cows, chickens, pigs, they're all fed grains. They're fed crops. So if crops lead to more animal death, then when you eat an animal or their products, you're basically also eating all the crops. So you're responsible not just for the exploitation and murder of that animal, but also all the other deaths that happened during the crops for that animal, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm just trying to understand, like, because I'll come back to the same question. You seem to think cats are not okay to be killed for food, but somehow cows are. So I need to understand why. Like, why? How is that? How are they different?
Like, because cats are easier to keep. Just you can't get a whole cow in your house, so you can't just
Maybe
feel
I-
empathy with them.
So maybe people with bigger houses should not be allowed to. So if a cow can fit in your house, then morally you're obligated to kill a cat, not a cow.
Like, excuse me, but they smell like shit. They just shit everywhere. They smell bad. There are some specifically bred ones, little ones, from labs, but I don't think it's good to keep that one.
But you know, when I ask you, do you see cats as like your pet? Do you see them as individuals, as part of the family? And you said yes. So they have personalities. Is it? Do you see them like that because they're in your family, or do you see them like that because of their personalities? Because of there's somebody behind those eyes.
No, I'm saying that really because I believe that they have a personality, not because they're just in my family. I do believe every cat has a different personality.
So cows have the same thing. They have personalities. There's somebody behind those eyes, right? So when you're paying for somebody to kill a cow, you're paying for somebody to kill a cat. It's the same thing. Because while the individual who was born a cat did not choose to be a cat, the individual who was born a cow did not choose to born a cow. Yet if they're born one, you think it's okay to cut their throat. If they're born the other, you think it's okay to keep them in your house and give them love. So how is that fair according to your values?
Hoshimi. Like, as my family lines are butchers. We have lots of cut houses. Like, it's a pretty good job. I mean, like, you feed your family, you feed your friends, you sell your meat.
But do you think that if something being a pretty good job just means you get money from it, but do you think that makes the job moral? Like if I have a job where I don't know, enslave people, where I mistreat people, whatever it is that I do, does that make and I make a good money out of it, does that mean that my job should continue existing?
Well, no, but if it's more profitable, more will come up. And so, like, if killing cats were more profitable, people will just kill cats.
But what do you think? Do you think it would be okay to kill cats?
No, I love cats.
Of course not. It will,
No.
it will be
So
nice,
I'm not interested in what's happening. I know what's happening. I know what people would do, all that. I'm interested in how can you equalize your values with your actions? Because you say the reason why you love cats, or the reason why you think they're members of your family, is because of their personalities, because of there's somebody behind those eyes. But the same can be applied to a cow. So then why is it that, I'm not saying that you should love cows or put them in your house, but why can't you give them the basic decency of not cutting their throat for something that you don't need?
Like, I love them, but I love more the taste, sorry.
So if somebody loves the taste of cat, would it be okay to kill them?
Chinese do it.
Would it be okay to kill them according to your own values?
I wouldn't kill a cat. I love cats.
What if they taste amazingly? What if they taste better than cow?
still I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, so there you go. It doesn't matter, right? There's still a contradiction there, because you're still not equating the value. Like,
And
what is it?
also
That,
religious reasons, like eating cat is like
but
bad.
for religious reasons, what religion are you talking about?
Islam.
And in Islam, as far as I know, they say that there's a statement that says that you shouldn't even hurt a sparrow if you don't need to, right? So in the case of animal agriculture, you don't need any of it, because nowadays we can survive on plants and plants alone. So how can you justify cutting the throat of a cow for something you want, not something you need? Isn't that lust? Isn't that one of the sins?
I don't think a lot of people would like live with only plants, plant proteins. Like,
Does it matter how many people do it? The question is it moral or not? It doesn't matter how many people do it, right?
Yeah.
Because how can you morally justify cutting the throat of an animal when you don't need to? Is that okay by your morals, by your religion? I don't know.
I mean,
If
like,
it's for me and sustaining myself, maybe my sport, my gym, I think it's okay to kill a couple of cows and eat them.
Could I say the same about cats?
No, Like,
I think it's okay to kill a couple of cats to maintain my sports status.
Like,
What do
if
mean?
you can
you can
find-
get protein from plants. So you can get everything in you. I'm a power lifter. I'm a bodybuilder. I bet I can bench press more than you.
yeah, you can.
So there you go. So why is it that you think that you can't get all the nutrients that you need from plants?
Well, because I've searched them up as well. Like, they're quite insufficient. They can help, but meat is different. Like meat protein and
What is different about it?
like difference about it is just your metabolism takes it different, as well as the plant and the meat.
It doesn't matter, man. All the 9 essential amino acids are found in plants, are found in meat. All the essential amino acids that the body needs, you can find them both in plants and meat. And even if you think that there's a lower bioavailability, let's say for plant-based products, you can just eat a little bit more. Does that really justify cutting the throat of an animal? Like, what is it? It's 15 minutes of pleasure for you. It's a whole lifetime for them. You literally take the whole experiences and existence of one individual for 15 minutes that you will forget in a month. Is that really fair? Is that really what you want to live by?
Like, not fair
It's
by
a
them.
cruel world, man. It is like
Yeah, but it's cruel because you make it cruel. This part of it is cruel because you make it cruel. It's not cruel because the world is cruel. Nobody's forcing you to do this. That's why I'm here, sitting here, that telling you that you can do otherwise.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. You're right in some ways.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking to be right, by the way, right? I'm just here speaking up on behalf of animals because, as you said, you love animals. But can you really love animals if you cut their throat for something you don't need? You love some animals, but
Yeah,
that's
we love some of them.
yeah, but that's highly. Isn't that a little bit? How should I put it? Well, it's definitely discriminatory, right? Because you discriminate based on species. But isn't that also very convenient that, oh, I love the animals that I've been taught to love, but I don't really question why I don't love the others or why I think the others are okay to be killed. I just go by what I've been told and go through it. And to cause such immense harm, isn't that really bad to do? I don't know. What are your values saying? Is it really okay to do whatever you want, whatever you can to these animals because you've been taught that way?
Like, as in the world, they're just a piece of currency. Like at the old times, look at cows. Like,
Is that okay to
like, I
see?
give you 3,
Is that
4
okay to
cows.
see individuals as piece of currency?
It used to be.
But is it okay for you to accept this? Like, I know it used to be, but according to your own values, do you think that's okay to see animals like who are individuals who want to live, who want to love, who want to feel social? Like you've seen cats do. They want to cuddle. They want to do all that. All cows and all animals do the same. Do you really think that's a fair way? That's a way to live your life and to see them as resources, as you said, as currency?
Like, because like this is thousands of years of human experience and stuff, so it's just culturalized this way.
Yeah.
And like if we say something here, it doesn't matter. Like, go. to
So you
someone
don't
else.
really care what is right or wrong. You just follow what you've been told and what everybody has been done for centuries.
Well, I like my steak. I'd like to eat meat, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to say about it.
Yeah, so if I like sex, raping somebody makes sense if everybody else does it.
Well, you should take a look at
But
the
it's
government.
not the same thing at all.
Why is it not the same thing at all? We're infringing on the rights of somebody else for pleasure.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
It's different to put cows and humans on a scale.
Fine, sex with animals. I like sex.
Not moral.
Is it okay to have sex with animals?
Like, you think it's okay to have sex with animals?
No, but you, according to your own values, it would seem okay because you can do whatever you want to animals as long as you get pleasure from it.
Well, sexual pleasure is different.
And as long as everybody else does it, right? Because that's your whole thing. So if you find a society where everybody has sex with animals, you will go there and have sex with animals because it
because
feels normal to you.
It's not moral to
like
fuck
if
an
some
animal.
if some people
So wait,
normalize
why is that
it,
not moral,
if some,
but it's moral to cut their throat?
like, but
They're
if some
tasty.
people normalize it, I would never normalize it. Like having sex with animals.
But tasty literally means you're getting pleasure from it.
Yeah. But
the
sexual
same.
pleasure is different.
it's not the
man.
same as
It's exactly the
sexual
same.
pleasure.
Do you
and-
not see it? That is the same. It's exactly the same. So let me put it this way. I have sex with an animal, I get pleasure. Why is that? I cut the throat of an animal, I get pleasure. How is it different?
Okay, like, because it's different. Like, maybe you have a village around, like, it's an old time, and there's only a cow, I'm hungry, I'm going to eat the cow.
But that's not your situation. I'm not asking about a hypothetical situation if you're in the middle of nowhere. You're here, you have access to supermarkets. You're in Turkey, you have access to supermarkets. You can choose to not kill an animal. You can choose to not be part of it, right? How does that, like, you're not in a situation where you have to do it. You're in a situation where you want to do it, where you choose to do it.
And steak is healthy. Meat is healthy.
First of all, steak is not healthy. Steak is a class 2B cancerogen. It raises your risk for colon cancer. first of all, and second of all, even if it were healthy, again, how does that morally justify killing an innocent animal?
Man, everything is cancerous. Like you go on, walk around the road, it's cancerous.
No,
Even
not
if you
everything
do
is
much
cancerous.
Also,
everything
there's this thing. I learned this at a biology class. Like these cows are causing environmental. Their fart is bad for the air.
It's their burps.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that be a more of a reason to not bring them to existence for the sole purpose of exploiting them and killing them?
I mean, like if they're too much.
Well, the reason why these cows exist is because you pay for them to exist for a brief period of time and then get slaughtered brutally because we disregard them. We treat them like objects. We bring them to life and we cut their throat so that you get pleasure from it.
Adam doğru diyor.
Yeah, I mean you're right, kind of.
Listen, I'm not looking to be right. Can I give you some cards and you look more into it? Because I don't know, like I don't know if if you really want to align with those values.
So you never ate meat in your life?
I used to eat meat, yeah, but at some point I realized that it's wrong to do so. Because of questions like this, I had to question it, right? I was just like you. I was taught that, hey, it's normal to do this to them. It's okay. They're animals who are bred specifically for that purpose. But then you realize that, what the fuck? Why is that? If I breed a cat, if I breed a human, if I breed any other animal for that purpose, does that make it okay? It doesn't. So how can we justify that animal? And then you look into it and you realize it's all just conditioning. It's all just animal agriculture in big industries selling you a lie, telling you need animal products, just so that they can continue making money out of it. Because even if you guys think about your grandparents, did your grandparents eat meat every day? They
Yeah.
eat probably once a week.
No, my grandfather was eating like meat every day.
Then your great
And mine's the
grandparents, I don't know.
butchers.
Like I'll just tell you maybe that's why, but like 100 years ago, people would only eat meat once a week. And I'm not saying that's even okay, right? Because even in that, you're still killing an innocent sentient being. But what I'm saying is that you can let alone realize just how much brainwashing animal agriculture has done, that they tell you for every meal you need animal products. You don't. You absolutely don't. The sheer fact, if you think this, then how can, as you said, thousands of years have gone by, people have lived on mostly plant-based, a little bit of animal products, and all of a sudden, oh no, animal-based products are absolutely needed for everything.
To be
They're not.
honest, man, this guy personally, but if I stop eating meat, I will really lose my appetite. So I mean, yeah.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true because even when you eat meat, you add spices to it, you add salt to it. It's not like the meat that gives it the taste. The reality is the spices give it a taste. It's just a little bit of adjustment. But again, you got to ask yourself, what is it that you value more? Do you think that your pleasure, your 10 minutes of pleasure is worth more than a whole animal's life? And you disregard them so much, then you repeat this 3 times per day. And if you multiply that by 365 times, imagine how many more animals you kill. Just doing something. And imagine if somebody had power over you and did the same to you. Because that's literally why we do it to them, because we have power over them. Okay.
Man, you told us like lots of people survived like thousands of years with plant-based, but if you look at like every big village, every big maybe clan, tribe, like the strongest ones are the ones that eat the most meat.
That's not true.
Yeah, that is.
No,
Fats, protein.
not true.
Everyone, like other people are malnourished.
Not
Like
true.
if you eat bread every day,
You just need a lot of calories to get big. Your protein necessity isn't even that big. I personally eat a lot of protein, but you don't even need that much protein. You just need a lot of calories to grow big. Because calories are the measurement of energy. People grow from calories. And enough macro and micronutrients. But it's not like meat has all that many great macro and micronutrients. Meat is just one of those things. It's not like, no diet would be complete if you only eat 8 meat. You need several other things. So it's not like meat is this magical thing. It's just one part of it that you can always easily replace. So for you to choose to not do it because everybody else does it, because even if though you might think it's wrong, I don't know. I personally have adjusted my values. I hope you guys do too. I just recommend you watch Dominion or The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear. It's a pretty good, just to see what you're paying for. If not, just to get informed, and then you choose if you want to be part of it. I hope you don't. But Dominion and The Most Important Speech, and then if you choose to want to be part of it, at least you're informed, right? That's all it is. Okay?
thank you. Nice
Hey,
to meet
thank you. Have a good one.
Have a good interview, man.
Thank you. Meat has full proteins, vegetable don't. No, all vegetables have all 9 essential amino acids in different quantities. Soy is a complete protein. And it doesn't really matter that it's a complete protein, because at the end of the day, you need to get a complete protein. You need to get all your amino acids. You can get them from different sources. It doesn't have to be that. You can get literally 5 of your essential amino acids from one place and the other 4 from a different place. It doesn't mean you're not getting complete protein. You're relentless, Chip. Yes, I am. It's sad because I don't really know how to deal with people like this, you know? People who kind of understand the point, but then they come up with ridiculous excuses and then they go in circles because they can't really understand it. Hey, you want to try a social experiment? Okay, nice. Are you okay being live from my YouTube channel?
Okay then. Yeah.
What's your name?
Izzy.
Izzy, nice to meet you, Izzy. I'm Chip. Are you okay being... Oh, I asked if you're okay being live. So, Izzy, my social experiment is about the relations we have with animals.
Okay.
How do you feel about animals?
I don't know. I don't really interact with them.
You don't really interact with them, but how do you feel about them in general? Do you think they're, I don't know, do they have moral worth to you?
Do they have moral worth?
Yeah. If you don't know
yeah.
anything, something, let me know. I can explain.
What do you mean moral worth?
Yeah, thank you for that. So moral worth means that they are deserving of moral consideration, which basically means that you wouldn't be, I don't know, exploiting them, killing them, using them, treating them as objects.
Okay. Yeah, I do.
They do, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Is that something that you live by, these values?
Not entirely, no.
Not entirely, no.
Like, to be honest.
Yeah, what is
Well,
it?
I eat meat.
Okay.
I wear leather.
Yeah.
I'm not conscious enough of the things I buy. I don't know the actual impact that it has on animals. For example, where I buy from and, I don't know, farming practices. Also, I don't know. Yeah.
So let's start with an easy one, leather. Why do you buy leather?
Just probably habit. I
Just
always
habit.
have. And so I repurchase the same shoes that I've worn forever. And
But
don't mind, so
you can
yeah.
always get like vegan leather, right? Like alternatives. Like you don't need to. Because do you think it's okay to kill an animal to wear their skin?
I feel like that's also quite a complex question because I feel like that is something that was once a practice, not on a the scale that it is today.
When we didn't have alternatives, you could have justified it maybe because you needed
Yeah, exactly.
it, right? But nowadays we have plenty of alternatives.
Yeah.
So how can we morally justify killing an animal when we don't need to? Huh?
Probably can't that
Well,
very easily.
Yeah, so I'm trying to grasp, according to your own values, how can you, going forward in time, not what happened in the past, but going forward in time, how can you morally justify buying leather going forward?
Are you asking me on a personal
Yeah, you.
basis?
personally.
Yeah, probably can't justify it that easily.
Yeah. So then, if you're okay, so
Because I think it's one thing to look at how we can morally justify something, and then another to I don't know, because clearly you've highlighted an ignorance that
Yeah.
I have. There's a gap in my knowledge there on
Yeah.
why I'm not buying the alternatives, and then also whether it's practically like what I can or want to do.
yeah. So do you want to stop killing animals to wear their skin?
Yeah, if you put it plainly like that, yeah.
I mean, that's how it is, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
it? It's
It
'cause
is.
when the only reason why they do it is because people support it, right? Like
Yeah,
people give
yeah,
them money,
yeah,
otherwise
yeah.
they wouldn't do
Otherwise,
it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you don't want to do it, does that mean you're not gonna do it anymore?
Yeah, I think it is. I buy a pair of shoes once every 10 years.
Yeah.
And so next time, I will think about it more.
Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, so then coming to food, because that's usually the complex issue. So in the case of food, we also have readily available alternatives. And in the case of food, it's a choice that we make 3 times per day, right?
Yeah,
So-
food is, I would say, a harder one for most people. I was vegan for years. And I think also an individual's relationship with food.
Why were you vegan?
present day. That's why I spoke about relationship with food. I think I was vegan out of a very restrictive part of me. I was restricting food groups, and it was very easy for the disordered eating part of me to restrict entire food groups. And then it's something I lived by and then learned a lot by about food practices.
Can I correct you a little bit? I'm sorry, just to be clear, because veganism is not a diet. So if you practice veganism as a diet, that doesn't mean you were vegan.
Okay,
you were just
I wasn't then.
plant-based.
I was plant-based, but I suppose what I was more than anything was disordered eating. So
Yeah,
I
I get
used
that, yeah.
as an excuse
Yeah.
to justify other behaviours.
Oh, I understand what you mean. Okay.
But that's why I think food's a bit more complex. It'll depend on where you are in the world, sort of what you do actually have access to. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think if you look at, for example, the Mediterranean cultures and their actual diets, that does include meats, and animals products, and they live healthily and well. So I think that's a bit more of a complex discussion.
Well, if you could find out that you could live healthy on a plant-based diet and not have absolutely any health issues with it, what would there be anything holding you back from adopting a plant-based diet?
No, not really. I
Not
think
really.
no, not really. I think being in a better place mentally with food, I would reconsider it. But it's then again, let's say for example, my situation, I live in with someone from a different culture, and so that would be impractical for us to do based on probably where they stand and their position. So I just
Because you mean like you cook together.
yeah, cook together, eat together.
What if this person were to start cooking dogs? Would you eat dogs?
No.
No. So then this situation, then everything you just said doesn't mean anything, because you just proved that in a certain situation, a certain food, you can still say no, and you will still say no. So that means you still have a choice. It doesn't matter that you cook together or not.
Yeah, and I also completely understand the sort of thinking behind that, but at the same time, it still doesn't change what he does eat and what he does cook at home.
No, but
And
it can
it's-
change what you do, right? Like at the end of the day, yes, there will always be people who do awful things throughout humanity. It doesn't mean that we have to do them too, or we have to participate in them, right? Just because everybody else does it. And that's the reality, killing animals for something we don't need, exploiting them, treating them like objects, I wouldn't say is moral in anybody's worldview, yet almost everybody lives by it and continues
Yeah.
to do it because that's what they've been taught, right?
Yeah.
So the reason why I have these conversations with people is because I try to get them to see this perspective, and I try to push them a little bit further to get there, because to those animals, it doesn't really matter that they are theoretically valued. What matters is the practicability side of it. It's what matters is that people stop paying for their exploitation, abuse, and slaughter, right? Because when I ask you about dogs, what is it about dogs that makes you think that it's wrong to do this to them?
Well, just because they're closest to us, they're domesticated.
I mean, all these animals are domesticated because were bred specifically by us, for us. So
Yeah, I think a dog's domesticated differently to how like a cow is farmed, for example. Like I don't see a cow in my house as I do a dog. So, like you say, it's a conditioning that we have.
yeah,
right?
it's a conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you think it's important that we question these conditionings and we don't live by them when it comes to these conditionings causing victims?
Yeah, I think it's important that it's considered, but I also think it's important that it's not like weaponized to an individual. I think there's a lot to learn, and like what you're doing, I think it's great, like
Yeah.
making people think about what they do. But it also needs to be accessible to like education on this stuff needs to be really accessible so that people can actually understand the impact of what they do on a daily basis and how it does affect animals.
What do you mean by accessible? Do you mean like that people need to see what animals go through, or what?
Okay, good question. No, I think probably accessible in terms of understanding what your impact is on how you live. So, for
Yeah.
example, like the industry, agriculture, and what you eat. I think start from there rather than start
enough.
from massacre of animals. Because I get it, that essentially is what it is, and that's what you're getting at. But
Fair enough.
Um,
So the impact of one person going vegan could save up to 200 animals per year, or could spare them their exploitation and that. 200 animals, is that something? That's more animals that could fit probably in the Salt Square. that we
yeah,
see
no,
there.
and I like get it visually.
Yeah, you
I-
get it.
I-
visually.
I
It's
do-
a
I-
lot of animals,
No,
right?
I also do get what you're saying, but also, yeah, I think it just requires such a systemic change. I don't know how.
Well, it requires a systemic change when we think about the system, right? When we think about the world. And indeed, we do need a systemic change. But do you think we can achieve a systemic change when all individuals choose to participate in it? When all individuals, like, let's say in the case of, I'll just take another injustice in the past that happened in the past. Let's say women didn't have rights at some point in the past, right? Could we have achieved women having rights if everybody in the world would have said, no, let's not give women rights?
Okay, no, but
No.
then it also has to happen like within the structures of power as well. Like who holds power also needs to
It
change.
definitely has to happen there. I completely agree with you. But then we as individuals also have a responsibility in the matter, right? Because if we want to make the world a better place, we can't pay for the world to be a worse place, can we? Especially when we have the readily available alternative to make the world a better place, right? So
Yeah.
when we're presented with two options, one that makes the world a better place and one that makes the world a worse place, we can't say that, well, I want the world to be a better place, but I'm going to pay for the world to be a worse place.
I agree with what you're saying, but then I disagree with putting it on the individual at the end of the day. Because
I
I think
mean-
in the world that we do live in right now, it's unfair to say that one individual would just look at like how power works, and someone in a democratic society, for example, someone's vote really doesn't do. Like you voting for someone doesn't have the outcomes in society that you want, and so it's the same thing there. Like someone,
But you do have an impact. You do have a responsibility on the choices that you make. So you do have an impact on 200 animals every year. So how is that not your responsibility?
yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah.
It's whether
Yeah.
or not you can
Yeah.
make that decision.
So that's the thing. I'm not sitting here necessarily trying to change the system because I'm aware I can't change the system with every individual. But I am sitting here trying to change individuals and trying to help them get there, because the more individuals we have on our side, the more individuals who stop abusing animals, the less animals will be abused, and the closer we get to a world where we actually can morally consider animals.
Okay, well then I will consciously consume less animal after this conversation.
Consume less. But why less? Why not at all?
Because I don't think right now, where I am in my life, it's practical for me to try and convince my entire household to go otherwise.
But you can do it.
But I do think that that is a good compromise. Instead
Yeah.
of putting it on me to change my life entirely, and based on what you said, if I can make an impact, then I'll work towards making that impact.
So, I mean, listen,
Sorry, I've gotta go.
you gotta go. Let me just give you a card before you go. But listen, I can't police you going further, right? All I can tell you is that, whenever you'll buy an animal product, you'll pay for an animal to go to a slaughterhouse. You'll pay for them to be abused. And I'm not trying to guilt trip you here. That's just the reality of it, right?
Okay.
And if you don't want to be part of that, you always choose
Okay.
otherwise.
Well-
One thing you have here that might help you out
Yeah.
because of your story, if you scan this QR code, there's these two videos that you could watch, Dominion or The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear. I recommend please watch one of them just to inform you about what animal agriculture actually does.
Yeah, no, that is, you asked me what made me go plant-based, that it was a film, a documentary about factories and
Okay.
the environments and...
Maybe
yeah.
then watch The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear.
Okay.
You'll actually enjoy it. And you have here a thing called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist, send you recipes every day. They help you go vegan for free.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks.
You just gotta subscribe. That's all it is.
Take
Okay.
care.
Thank
Nice
you
to
so
meet
much.
you.
Have a good one. Reduce. Ugh. People that don't eat fat have much higher rate of Alzheimer's. Okay. So eat more fat. Doesn't have to be animal protein. Doesn't have to be animal fat. There's plenty of fat in nature and the plants. Your absolutely mindset will never work. Oh, brother. I get so tired. Okay, well, JK, let me see. Where are you? JK, you said your absolutely mindset set would never work. Okay, JK, tell me. What is it that I can tell you right now to stop oppressing animals, JK? What is it? Tell me, and I'll say it right now. What is it that I can say for you to stop abusing and oppressing animals? Kevin O'Brien says, soy boy. Thank you. I am a soy boy, yes. Whew, I feel like a compliment. That's a good compliment. Thank you. You are so rude to people and bitter just because they disagree with you. Hey, yes, I don't think you've watched the same thing that I've been doing. Have you been watching this? Who have I been rude to? I've just spoke extremely respectful to everybody else. AS, respect others. AS, listen, AS, listen. I will respect you and your choice when your choice does not force innocent sentient beings into slaughterhouses. It's simple. When your choice does not inflict on the rights of others, I will respect your choice. Otherwise, no, I cannot respect your choice. When you make choices that force others into a slaughterhouse, and you always have other options, how can I ever respect your choice? There you go. Who became a member? Sprinkle. Hey, Sprinkle, thank you for being a member. JK, you ignored my response. I didn't even see your response, man. I don't know what you want from me. Why? Tell me, JK. What is it that I can say for you to stop oppressing animals? Huh? A man of logic and freedom. By the way, everybody, if you're enjoying the conversation so far, please hit that subscribe. And remember to like the video. It helps with the algorithm. And it helps me with my, I don't know, mental steadiness. Stability, that's what I was looking for, mental stability. This guy is so aggressive because he doesn't eat meat. It's so funny, people calling me aggressive. It's like it's the funniest thing to me ever. Like, please everybody, because there's people who've been following me for a while. Have I ever been aggressive? I don't know. I'm a pretty chill person. I don't really have that much aggression in me. Hey James, nice to see you here. Oh, there you go. Man, I hope you're protesting all the carnivores in the wild killed them. They're really out of control. You know, that's the thing. It's so interesting that every single day when I do this, hey, you guys want to try the social experiment?
Yes.
Are you okay being live from my YouTube channel?
No problem, no problem.
Can you come a little bit closer so that you
Hello,
yeah.
from Amsterdam.
Hi.
Hello.
So my social experiment is about the relations we have with animals. So I'm gonna,
animals?
yeah. So how do you feel about animals?
Very good, very good.
Very good.
Animals are very important to me.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
In what way?
Wild animals or pets? What?
I don't know, just animals in general.
Animals
Yes,
in
I
general?
just finished in September or October
Yeah.
a therapeutic thing with horses. So they're very important to me. Yeah.
Oh, so horses are important to you. Okay, let me ask you, do you think horses, behind the eyes of the horses, there's a somebody?
Yes, of course, yes, because they react on your state, on your mind, on your heart, and they get very anxious when you're not in peace with yourself.
So they have emotions, they feel pain,
Yes,
all of this. Okay.
yes.
I appreciate that. Okay, nice. Okay. Would it be wrong for somebody to objectify them?
Objectify them.
Like
In which
means
way?
treat them like objects. It means do
Oh.
whatever you want to them.
Like
Good
use them
question,
for
good
labor,
question.
Use them for labor, exploit them, kill them, whatever.
It's not necessary anymore.
It's
so
not, no.
Are we
no.
going in the direction of food here?
Yes, we are
Yes.
going not just food, but clothing, entertainment, all
Yes.
these animals that we
Yeah.
most of the times disconsider, the ones that we use, as you said, for food, for clothing, for entertainment, like cows, chickens, pigs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think?
No, it's not necessary anymore.
It's not necessary
I
anymore.
think there should be a
yeah.
scale to it, like take give and take in nature.
What kind of scale?
Like if I think it's normal, for instance, to fish.
I mean, it
and
is
to
normal.
farm, but to overdo things, the more people want without giving back and giving time to grow and giving time to recover. That's when the imbalance sets in.
So, it is normal indeed. I'm not interested in what's normal because 200 years ago it was normal to have slaves,
Yeah.
and I don't think that I would have never wanted to do
No,
that. Right?
you see, that's what I said.
So I'm
Yeah.
talking more about morals here, more
Yeah.
about what's right
Yeah.
and wrong.
Yeah.
What are your values, right? So
Yeah.
according to your own values, you say you value horses,
Yeah.
right? Do you consume animal products?
Yes.
I'm not judging.
Yes,
you, by the way.
yes, of course. Yeah.
But do you
yeah.
think that there's a difference between horses and cows? That there's such a big difference that justifies killing one for something we don't need? as you
That's a
said?
good question, bro. That's a very good question because that's very weird to me. I eat everything, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the moral compass in that kind of questions
But I
is
think
not right
what was
to.
key in your question is killing things we don't need.
Well, we don't
So-
need to consume any animal products. We can thrive on
That's a
plants and
personal.
plant-based
That's a
products.
personal thing, you know. That's not something who you can decide for another one, you know.
No, I cannot decide for you. No, that's true. But we do have plenty of evidence and science that says that we can thrive on a plant-based diet. And we also have plenty of athletes nowadays who have thrived and who are highly successful on
Yeah,
plant-based
but you have
diets.
to let people be who they want to be, you know.
Yeah, but,
so,
I don't think
can,
in the case, for example, in the case, again, coming back to 200 years ago when there was slavery, I don't think we should have left people be who they want to be if they wanted to be slave owners.
Yeah,
we
but-
should have said, no, it's wrong because there's victims involved. And the same goes for this, right? We should still say no to this because there's victims involved. I understand the victims are not human, but
No.
why is it that we disconsider animals so much that we think it's okay
Yeah,
to
but what
take
is
their
too
whole
much?
life for
When
10
when
minutes
is
of
it too
food?
much? Because you go 200 years ago, there is proof that we eat animals way before 200. So when do we stop with that? Slavery?
Well, slavery-
Never again. Please, never, ever again.
think
Everybody
it's
is,
on the scale
everyone is
here,
allowed
what
to
you
be
eat.
free, you know.
And,
but
and
eating,
what you eat and consume on it should all be brought back to a sense of balance.
yeah.
Well, balance for who?
and-
Because if
and
you think
there's
from
a
your
difference between
perspective,
inhumane farming and humane farming,
But
inhumane killing
wait,
and humane
when you say
killing.
humane farming,
Yeah.
Replace a human with an animal and tell me that seems still humane.
I'm
Yeah.
not an animal in that sense.
But we are an animal. You are an animal,
An
so am
animal,
I.
Yeah.
yes, but we have a different way of functioning. We have different abilities.
So if
Otherwise,
we
it's
find a
not
human being
completely
who-
animal farm. I know it's a
Yeah, but
big
where do-
metaphor.
where do
So
you
wait, if we
stop
find a
us?
human being who has the cognitive capabilities of an animal, who has the abilities of an
You're
animal,
right.
would it be
We-
okay to farm them?
We are
No,
are
not a
animals.
cannibal.
We are animals, but it's like telling a lion, hey, maybe you have to follow a plant-based diet.
Well, a lion.
Yeah.
But I can't talk to lions, can I?
You-
And
do you know?
and
How do
lions
you
can
know?
does not
How do you
rationalize
know?
that I can talk to lions.
Yeah.
I know that I
Did
can
you
talk to
try?
lions,
Did
and
you
I'm
try?
not gonna try no because
Try it, bro.
lions
You
are
have to
fucking
try
cute
it,
and I don't
man.
want to
You're
die.
in Amsterdam.
But
Amsterdam,
also,
everything is possible. You go to artists, try to talk with a lion.
also keep in mind that lions, like when we make this argument that talk to lions or get lions to stop, we're in a sense saying that, well, if lions do it, we should be able to do it too, right?
Yeah.
But then
I just
lions,
don't think we
lions
judge
also,
what they do to survive.
Yes.
lions also kill their cubs. Lions kill
yeah.
their cubs in
As
order to mate
people
with
do.
females
As
faster.
people do.
And do we say that people should do that? Do
No.
we think that's moral? So why would we say that it's moral to kill animals for food because lions do it, but it's not moral to kill babies for whatever reason because lions do it?
Yeah, but,
Yeah,
the,
but
the,
it's
the
a
idea here
personal.
is to eat and to survive
Yeah.
and to.
But you're not doing it for survival, because for survival, again, you can thrive on a plant-based diet. When
Yeah,
you're
but
choosing
you-
animal-based products, you're choosing based on taste preference. You're choosing based on convenience and taste preference. And when you put convenience and taste pleasure
Maybe not
on top of a
convenience,
whole
it's
animal's
a lot
life,
less convenient to go hunting and fishing than it is to grow a plant.
Yeah.
so then why not choose
So-
plant-based options? Why would you?
Because the taste of so many other options out there.
Yeah.
So then again, we come back to this. Do you think that your taste pleasure, your 10 minutes of taste pleasure, one that you will forget in a couple of months, is worth more than the whole existence
Well,
of
you
an
should come
animal?
to restaurants
like
in South
an animal
Africa if
exactly
you're
like a
forgetting
horse.
your taste
Yeah, yeah.
experience.
Do you
Yeah.
remember what you had for lunch 1 month
Yes.
ago?
A month ago, specifically, I can.
A
if
month
I
ago.
Not put on the spot, I can go trace it back.
Yeah, you can go trace it back, but see what I mean? Like it just fades out. Like if I
Probably
ask you a month
lunch.
or if I ask you a year ago, you don't remember. Like it fades away. Like you can try to place some form of importance on it just to justify your options. But the reality
Where
is,
I
you know
come
that
from, the
like you
eating-
said that
the
you,
experience of cooking and eating together is a whole coming together experience. It's not just eating it and remembering that specific taste of this mustard seed or of this fish.
so hypothetically, if there was an experience where we come together and slaughter a human being, how would that how
You
how
can
would
go
that be
to
moral?
some islands and find out if you're interested in
Yeah, there
cannibalism.
are-
But is that moral to you, according
I
to
don't
your own
think it's
values?
moral,
No. So then, why would it be moral to come together and eat the body parts of an animal, of a horse? Why is it okay to eat
Just like in
horses?
nature, other animals eat other animals.
But again, we
So-
come back to the same argument. It doesn't make it moral just because other
No, I
animals
don't
do
think
it,
it's an
right?
No, I
argument.
think
It's
then
a
you must start your
personal.
conversation
Yeah.
with talking about what is moral to you.
No. I'm asking
What is
according to your own
moral?
values, and I want to understand your values. If you say I just have a value, but you don't really understand them, then if you don't understand your values, then
trust
that's
me, I understand my
so.
values.
So then, if you understand your values, then please tell me how is it moral to kill horses for food?
Because it's the system. It's the system, not but horses per se.
Horses are killed for
But
food a lot.
Yeah, that's other one's problem, but not my problem. I eat cow, I eat steaks.
So what is the
and
difference between a cow and a horse that justifies killing
It's
one but not
how
the other,
it's-
according to your own values?
It's how it always have been.
No, according to your own values. So just because it's
always have been.
okay,
that
so
way.
your values say that if something has been done for a long time, it
No,
means
that's
it's moral.
You
No, I'm
went
at,
to
you say
history. You went
say
to
that-
history.
You say
Yeah.
that you understand your values. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
understand your values also. Okay. So you say that according to your own values, the difference between a cow and a horse is that cows have been exploited and slaughtered for centuries. Therefore, it's okay to do it, right?
And they've been bred for human consumption. It's not
Yeah,
something
so
that
they're being bred for
walked the
that
earth
reason and
before
they've been
humans made it,
exploited
just
and-
like tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we kind of there
So
wasn't
then-
a sheep on the ark if we want to go.
So then I
towards-
ask you, I just say the exactly same thing. If we've been doing something for centuries,
Yeah.
does that make it right? If I breed a horse, horses have been bred for centuries to exploit and kill them. If I
Yeah.
breed a horse for this specific purpose of exploiting them and killing them, why is that immoral according to your own?
No, yeah, I can understand where you're going to, but I think it's a personal
Do you
decision
really not
for
see the individuals? Like I feel like you
Yeah,
see
but
the individuals
if you
for
go-
horses
if
because you
you live-
interacted with them, but with cows you
Bro,
don't.
if you're gonna think like that, your world is so small
What are
because
your
where
shoes
do
made from?
no
it's vegan leather.
Vegan leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're called literally vegetarian. I don't know where to see it, but I thought they had the
Yeah.
logo. Yeah, I bought them a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, but
They look exactly like leather. Exactly one more reason why would you ever need leather?
Well, you like the look of it, for
Yeah.
one. You like the aesthetic.
They look exactly the same.
No,
You
why
literally
would you want
asked
it to
me.
look like
Yeah.
something that's immoral to someone else or to you. So it's okay if it looks the part, but it
I don't care
isn't
what it looks
really.
like. I just don't care that I just care about
You
animals
really
not
care
to
what
be
it looks
forced into
like.
slaughterhouses.
You
Yeah.
care what it looks
Yeah,
like.
that's
I care
perfect.
for animals not be forced into slaughterhouses.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
slaughterhouses are not
beautiful.
humane farming.
Yeah, but then you support them, don't you?
No, that's your opinion. Now,
Do you eat at restaurants?
we eat at
There
restaurants.
you
Yeah.
go. You support them.
Okay. Okay.
That's as easy as that. Do you buy
you-
fruit from
Do you
supermarket?
eat,
Absolutely.
sometimes, and
Love
sometimes we go to the
you support them?
Moroccan supermarket. Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
So you say you're against slaughterhouses, but then you support them.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. So
Yeah.
next time, make your sign clear about what you want to talk to, so we can also
Yeah.
come prepared with the things we've been rehearsing to say.
Yeah, because I
you
no,
thought you were
no,
just
no,
a chill
no,
guy wanting to chat,
Yeah,
but
but
you
you-
put ideas into
I'm
your
just a chill guy
mind.
defending animals, yeah.
Yeah,
put
yeah.
that on your sign.
That I defend animals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what
because
do
maybe
they
some
eat?
people want to exploit and kill animals, right?
Oh, but
Absolutely.
now you're accusing someone
Yeah,
too.
now we're pointing
And
fingers.
yeah.
Is that not what you're doing? Is that not what you're
Yeah, in your
supporting?
point of
Exploitation
view,
and killing?
in
No,
your
no,
point-
from their
babe,
perspective.
no,
From the
but
perspective
how
of
do you mean?
animals.
How
he's,
do you
he's turning this
Yeah,
around
yeah,
now,
yeah.
you're
But
objectifying
how do you mean, bro? Do you eat avocados?
No.
You don't eat avocados. Because you know what I want to say.
Yeah,
But
I've heard
that's
this
okay.
argument. It's such an expired argument. Also, like, who matter? What does it matter if you eat avocados? Animals are killed. I understand. Animals are killed in the production of roads. Animals are killed in the production of foods. It doesn't really matter. How does that justify killing more animals on top of it?
Because I'm hungry, bro.
But you can eat plants
Why? Why? I'm not a rabbit, bro.
because you're killing innocent sentient beings just like
How do you
horses.
know
You
they're
said you had a
innocent?
connection with horses.
Yeah,
And yet you
because
say, and then at
that's
the same time you
that's a
say,
per-
I'm gonna slaughter horses because I don't give a fuck.
I'm not
I
gonna
need to get
slaughter
some
them.
taste.
I'm
Are
not.
you religious?
No,
No.
of course not. Why would I be religious? No,
You've been baptized?
I don't know.
You don't know if you've been baptized?
No.
Okay. This is
No.
a nice chat. I'm leaving now.
Yeah.
If I align with the religion, it's Pastafarianism. But
Yeah, it's a personal experience for everybody, you know. But it's what my fiance. Maybe you can try the perspective of your interview because you're pushing now. It's like you are the people, like the religion people, like early days. You're pushing your opinion through, you know. It's
what's your opinion? I've just asked you questions
it's,
all
no,
throughout the
no,
world.
it's not a question.
I've asked you questions.
Bro,
What is the morally significant
the
difference between a
narrative-
horse and a cow?
narrative
I ask you the
changed-
same.
The narrative changed when I gave my opinion about eating meat, and you want to change the narrative for your viewers.
I
and
just
that's
want to
okay.
understand how can you morally justify again killing one animal but not the other? How can you?
It's not about the moral. It's not. They have to do nothing with your values of morals. It's your personal.
So when we
thing.
cause, so wait, when if I go around killing horses and you tell me because you like horses and you sit
Yeah.
here and tell me, hey, stop killing horses, but I tell you, you know what, I get pleasure from it. How dare you speak to me this way? How dare you tell me not to kill horses when I get so much pleasure from it?
Yeah, it's your opinion, bro. It's your,
Which opinion was it? I
Huh?
literally, which opinion was it now? I
It's
literally
your-
explained to you my
Yeah, yeah,
position.
yeah.
You
Your
like,
position.
I respect all animals.
Yeah.
You just respect some because you had some connection with them.
Yeah, those animals who I've met, I respect them. I won't eat them.
Yeah.
I think maybe later on my.
But do you
plate or
really want to live
something.
by the values where you only respect the individuals you had a connection with? Or do you want to respect everybody for the fact that they have moral worth of their own? They are individuals who want to live and not be exploited. They
Yeah.
deserve better.
Yeah.
Just like horses. Behind a cow doesn't choose to be born a cow and a horse doesn't choose to be born a horse. Yet if they were born one, you say fucking slash their throat. If they're born another, you say no, they deserve some love. How is that fair?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's hectic. Yeah, I wish you good.
But it's not
luck with it.
hectic. That's
Yeah.
you. That's you who are making these
Yeah,
choices.
but I have no problem with it, man. I really don't have a problem with it.
Sad to
It's,
see, huh?
Yeah, it is sad. It's a sad world, but not my world.
No,
bro.
no. It's sad to see you do this,
Yeah?
not the world. The world is sad indeed, but
It is,
when you
it
make
is.
choices like this, you are making the world sadder. You are not making the world better. You are making the world sadder.
That's not on you to decide. That's
Well,
it.
you said it's a sad world for this reason, and
For
this
the-
reason
yeah,
this
yeah,
reason
but how
happens
for
because you do
how
it.
you to explain it? Because I can't worry about that, man. No, man. Life is too beautiful to stand still for that kind of things for me.
So you're just gonna keep eating horses then?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes a horse steak. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad to see that you don't respect animals, even horses, I guess.
Yeah, I understand for you. I feel sorry for you, man. Have a
I
nice
feel
day.
sorry for you,
Bye to your
actually.
followers.
You're this hard-headed. Jesus. He was. Wow, exactly, Sensi. Wow. This couple is so selfish. 100%. There you go, everybody. This is how to be 100% selfish. Oh, horses mean so much to me, but from time to time I will kill them. Yeah. From time to time I will kill them. I will put a knife to their throat, take out their guts and eat them. You know why? Because that's what's normal. Ah, it's perfectly fine. Who gives a fuck about animals? Let's fucking kill all of them and do whatever we want to them as long as we get pleasure from it. Ugh. Selfish pricks. Disgusting, exactly. You're swearing in live. I know. So what? I'm allowed to swear. When I meet horrible people, I'm allowed to swear. You guys want to try a social experiment? He was talking about riding horses at the start. He doesn't care about them. Yeah, you know, that's the thing. When it comes to riding horses, there's a lot of people who ride horses and they think they care about them. And they can't really justify or understand that perspective. It's like, I feel like that's advanced mode being vegan. You know, that's like a lot of people don't really understand how, what are you can't actually go on a horse? No, you can't, because horses are individuals and maybe they don't want to be ridden, you know. But they don't really get that, right? So I feel like I need to appeal to something that everybody understands. That's why I know, you know, I get a lot of comments from other vegans saying that why don't I talk more about exploitation? I do. It's just that most people don't really understand what exploitation is. And most people, when they think exploitation, a lot of people think that they're being exploited for having to work. A lot of people think they literally are exploited because they work. I mean, that's insane. So when you say that, are you against animal exploitation? You'll be like, I don't care. Like they barely care about animals enough to not take their life away. They barely care enough about them to not have them rape. Like, it's insane, you know? So I try to kind of, you know, ease them into it. And it just seems like it doesn't really matter. Huh? Horrible people will be horrible people at the end of the day. I was really upset by these people, says the vegan plant. I understand the vegan plant. I'm sorry. Hey, if you want to take a break, take a break. It's okay. You don't have to be here. Yeah, he wasn't they weren't nice people. They weren't. There will always be people like this. You know, people who during slavery times will find all sorts of ways to justify slavery, and people who during carnist times will find all sorts of ways to justify carnism, which is, I don't know, forcing animals into slaughterhouses. There will always be people like that. Always. There will always be people who disrespect others, who just go by the norms. In fact, actually, most of the people are like that, sadly. Most of the people don't really understand their values. Most of the people can't even like justify their values or explain their values to somebody. Like, somebody like this person barely could, and most people are like that, sadly. And when you challenge them, as you saw, they get extremely defensive. You saw, they got super defensive. All I did was ask questions. Challenging questions, but questions. The irony being you fighting for veganism while slavery still exists. Veganism is a moral stance against slavery, man. And the difference is, by the way, FYI, I don't pay for slavery. You don't pay for slavery, probably. And even if you, let's say there is some form of systemic slavery that you think that you're paying into, if you have options, you will always say no to paying for that systemic slavery. I would assume anybody, if they have options between oppressing or not oppressing, between enslaving and not enslaving, I would assume everybody who has some decent moral values will say, well, I'll choose the option that is the least oppressive, the option that is the least enslavement, the option that is the least abusive. So why is it that you can't make that choice when you do it 3 times per day? They were nice. You forced your views and judgment. Says Edgy. Hey, Edgy, thank you for the donation. Please donate some more. You will know, Edgy, that your donation will go directly towards helping veganism grow, towards helping animals be free. So thank you for that. Johnny, I'm not volunteering, but you need more admins on here. Johnny Vegan Seed, I get it. Yeah, we should have more people. Yes. Yeah, no context says people hate the truth. That's the sad reality. It's not just that people hate the truth. The sad reality is that people hate thinking. People hate having to think. People love just being told what to think, being told what to do, being told what their values are. Hence why religion is so successful, because people just love being told what values they should follow. Being told, because imagine if you had to think about what your values, imagine you have to question your values. Yeah. That becomes a little bit difficult, right? Because you have to, if somebody throws a hypothetical out there when you say that your values are, it's okay to kill animals for food, then you throw a hypothetical out there and you're like, well, what if you kill a dog for food? Well, no, dogs are not okay. And then you see, all of a sudden, your values are not consistent. They're not logically consistent. So then you have to go even further and think even further. And a lot of the times when I do that to people, or when people are faced on the street, depending on the person, a lot of people, they feel threatened because they realize they never thought about their values. They realize that, oh no, I never thought about my values. I never questioned my values. I was just told to follow these values. And all of a sudden they think, oh shit, what do I say now? How do I justify it now? And especially when there's a camera, they behave like that, yeah. But really, everybody behaves awful. I meant moderators. I couldn't think of the word Johnny Vegan Seed. I know what you meant, Johnny Vegan Seed. I know what you meant. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I didn't make a big deal. I know what you meant when you said admins. You meant moderators. Oh, look, there's Ali. Ali's here. Ali's a moderator. Hey, thank you, Ali, for being here. Alex says, if you were hungry, sir, and starving, you would eat anything. Alex says, if I were hungry and starving, I would not start killing people to eat them unless I would die myself, right? So then it's pretty simple. If I'm hungry and I'm starving, I will try not to exploit or kill others. Others are not to blame for my hungerness or lack of nutrition. So I'll try not to force it on others. I started thinking for myself about 15 years ago, says the vegan plant. You're awesome, the vegan plant. And that's also the thing, right? That's, I don't know how anybody who, like all the people who are in this chat who obviously consume animal products, a lot of you. So I'm just curious, do you ever question your values? Do you ever question why it is that you eat cows, chickens, pigs, but not dogs or cats? Why? I know you can say, well, they have more meat. That's a nonsensical argument from the start, because you can just have more cats and then have the same amount of meat. So did you ever question those? If you're not vegan, did you ever question your values? Did you ever question why you think something? Or do you just follow through with them because somebody told you and then you're like, yeah, okay, they told me what to think, they told me what my values are, therefore that's what my values are. Mr. Manx says, I need coffee for this. Yeah, Mr. Manx, you should get some coffee. We're gonna have some some things here. The vegan plant says, exactly, Chip. I asked myself the same question. Yeah, I did too. And then I realized it's wrong to eat animals. I found later, way later, I found out about what happens in the dairy industry and how basically it's exactly the same at the end of the day. But yeah, I asked myself, where does meat come from? That's a very good question to start asking yourself. Sprinkle. Oh my God! Thank you for the donation of memberships. By the way, everyone who's hey, want to try a social experiment?
Hello.
Hello.
Are you recording?
Yes, I'm live on my YouTube channel. Are you okay?
That's okay. Can I be on the camera?
Yes,
for a
please.
bit?
Yeah.
Hello?
I'm also from Romania, by the way, so I understand what you
nice.
mean. Yeah, but I'm gonna speak in English because my YouTube channel is in English. So.
Of course.
Yeah. What's your name?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. She also did Romania. What's your name?
My name is Sue.
Sue. Nice to
Yeah.
meet you, Sue. I was gonna ask where you're from, but you said Romania. Okay.
And also Turkey.
Turkey. Okay. Nice. So my social experiment is about the relationship we have with animals. So I'm curious, what's your relationship with animals? How do you see animals?
I like animals and I have 2 cats that I non-consensually cuddle.
Okay. How do you see them? Do you see them as individuals or do you see them as objects?
They are more like individuals with their quirky habits and personalities.
Yeah. So you think that behind those eyes there's a somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a human, of course,
Not
but
a human,
a
yeah.
cat,
'Cause they're
a kitty
cats.
cat, yeah.
Yeah, but there's an individual there. There's somebody who has desires, who has
Of
wills,
course,
right?
yes.
Yeah, okay.
So, for example, my orange boy likes to destroy my curtains, and my tuxedo girl just likes to cuddle me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. There you go. They already have their own preferences. Nice.
Yeah, they do.
Nice. Okay, so do you think that all animals are like that?
Most of them, unless they were heavily traumatized,
Yeah.
and that can happen. That's so sad.
Yeah.
But-
So when we talk about this thing that we were talking about, the subjective experience, we're literally talking about the. It's called sentience. I don't know if you've ever heard.
Yeah,
like-
they're quite sentient.
Yeah, that they have emotions, they have feelings, and behind those eyes there's a somebody. That's
Of
literally
course.
they have a subjective experience. So when I ask you, do you think that other animals have it? I'm merely interested in the animals that we usually use, that we disregard on our day-to-day, like animals we use for
Like
food,
cows.
for clothing, for entertainment, yeah, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Do you think they are sentient?
Yeah, they're sentient.
Yeah. So then, do you think that they deserve moral consideration? And by that I mean that they don't get treated like objects.
Yeah, they do, of course, which is sad. But I'm not a vegetarian myself, so I would definitely drink milk. I would have like a piece of beef every week or something. That's sad, but it just is good for my nutrition. And I'm sentient as well.
But you can get nutrition from other sources, right? Like it could be
Yeah.
good for your nutrition to kill and eat cats. Would you do that?
No, I would not.
So,
But
okay,
that's-
have you ever questioned why it is that we kill some animals but love others?
Just tradition.
Just tradition. And do you think tradition is a good enough justifier to have this differentiator to do these horrible things to some animals?
Yeah, I think so. And like there are other cultures that eat monkeys, I heard, or cats or dogs, and
I'm-
that's.
I'm
bad,
interested
of
more in
course.
your values. Like, do you think that according to your own values, it's okay to do that to these animals?
No,
No.
it's
But
sad.
it's sad. But then, do you see that your actions are not in line with your values? Then that
A
you
bit.
yeah. So what is it that what would get you to get your actions in line with these values? Because I'm just here sitting here speaking on behalf of these animals, and they don't really have a voice. We don't
Yeah.
really see them, but we do disregard them. And as you said, we literally don't even consider them as much as when we eat them or their flesh. We literally just say, well, I eat a piece of beef
Yeah,
or a
it
piece
just. If I didn't get that piece of beef, then somebody else would have.
Well, not necessarily, right? Like you create demand yourself for it.
Yeah.
So you have a responsibility of the animal that gets exploited and killed specifically for you and because of you.
But in Turkey, like I would eat meat daily, and now that I'm in the Netherlands, I just eat it like maybe once in a week or maybe once in 2 weeks.
And obviously once a week or once in 2 weeks is better because it would imply less animals being exploited or killed for
Yeah.
food. But even in that scenario, to those individuals that go into a slaughterhouse for you, do you think
It's not for me. It's just for the general and gray blob of consumers.
there definitely are some individuals out there who go into slaughterhouse specifically for you because you make this choice?
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. So what is it that you want to do? Do you want to keep putting these animals in slaughterhouses or do you want to change?
No, maybe I could eat meat like once a month or something, but not less.
Well, why not?
Because I am iron deficient, honestly,
Yeah.
and the beef is the best source to get iron.
But
Of
you can
course, I
get
do have
iron-
supplements and
Yeah,
stuff,
you can
but
get supplements.
it's still, I just feel that it's good for my nutrition.
Yeah, but again, like if it would be good for your nutrition to eat cats, you wouldn't. So
I might. If
You
it was
might.
the best source of nutrition out there, then I might.
okay, so
I
would
know
you eat
it's
humans?
terrible. No.
Why not? If it would be best for your nutrition?
Yeah, I think I would assume it was illegal.
If
But
it
I
were
did
legal,
read-
let's find
I
some.
did read a book about like eating corpses after they were dead, and that was a bit fascinating to me, honestly. It was by a Japanese artist, and that was quite interesting. But I would not do it. No,
Why not?
because of health considerations mainly, and because it is nobody does that. So if other people are doing it, then I might as well do it as well.
Okay, I'm gonna
So
ask you.
say that for example I was in South Africa or something,
Yeah.
South America, sorry. That was a story that I had heard before, and there I had heard that people were eating monkeys. So if I were in South America, I might as well eat a monkey.
So I'm gonna ask you something that it might seem a bit rude, but I'm just gonna be direct at it.
Yeah.
Do you make any choices where you consider the victims of your choices?
Only when eating meat.
But even then, you don't consider them because you realize there's victims and you still continue to choose to make victims.
Not that often anymore.
Not that often, yeah.
So I don't feel like it's a black and white thing. I just
For
feel
you,
like,
but do you think for the animal gets killed for you, it was black and white?
let me think. I need to think a bit, and I also need to go to the Rex Museum actually with my mother.
Yeah, I understand that. Like, I mean, obviously you're free to go, and I'll help you. I'll give you some resources. But the only reason why I'm sitting here is because, you know, you have some values clearly, right? And a lot of these values have been instilled onto you from your parents, from society. But I want to have conversations with people where I dare them to question their values a little bit, to understand their
Yeah.
values. Because
But to
if you
be
don't have moral
honest-
consistency in your values,
Yeah.
then you could justify doing all sorts of things in the world. And moral
that's true.
consistency is very important. So then,
It is, but for example, I also think that say that that cow was not, or for example, that goat. So in Turkey, we do have this sacrifice festival, and
I know
a lot
Eid,
of
right?
the
Eid.
Eid, or which one was that? Yeah, the Kurban Bayramı in Turkish, and
But you don't need to kill animals for Eid, by the way. I know from vegans who are also Muslims that they just sacrifice by giving some to the poor or something
yeah,
like that.
we also do that. So half of our sacrifices are like donations basically, and the other half is like the goats. But we ourselves raise the goats and say that we didn't need that meat, then the goats would never have a chance at life.
So would you rather? Do you think that it's fair to bring somebody to life just to exploit and kill them?
At the end of their life.
Well, not at the end of their life. Come on, you know that doesn't happen at the end of their life. You know they get killed at a fraction of their lifespan, right?
We do have it at the end.
You do have at the end. How would you know if it's at the end if you continuously kill them? How long do you think a goat can live?
I think 10 years or something.
10, 15 years, yeah. So
Yeah.
how do you keep a goat for 15 years?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Come on, you don't have to lie to me. I get it. But
I don't know. I never asked that, but say that they are killed at 5 years. That goat still had children. They still had like a nice life in a.
how old are you now?
I'm 28.
Would it be okay for somebody to take your life now?
No,
You had a nice life. What do you mean?
but I'm just starting.
They're getting pleasure out of it. Yeah. So if you feel this way, that you feel that you're just starting, why do you think an animal wouldn't feel the same way?
Yeah, makes sense.
And I mean, you know, like I know a lot of the times we think we created this world where we're so separate from animals and we think we're so different from them. But the reality, most of our life, most of everything we do comes from the same instincts, same feelings that we all have. We all share. Like we have way more in common with animals than we don't. So we're
Yeah,
way
that's
more
true.
alike. So for us to exploit and kill them, it's kind of fucked up, huh?
It is, yeah. But I really have to go now.
Okay, let me
Thank
just give you a card to help you out.
Okay. I will scan the QR code, I believe.
Yeah. I recommend you watch Dominion or The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear. It
Okay.
just shows kind of the practices in animal agriculture. And if
Yeah.
you choose that you don't want to be part of any of it, you have resources there to help you out, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye bye.
Bye. La revedere. Piatra Neamț. Ah, super. There you go. O zi bună. 10 ani.
Wow! În Amsterdam?
Da,
Doamne ajută! Nu cu sănătate.
la fel. They were she was half Romanian, half Turkish, and her mother was Romanian. And we talked now. She asked me where I'm from in Romania and how long I've been here. We're not getting good results today. Yesterday also. I don't even know. Should I be a bit more direct? Should I be a bit more less direct? What do you guys think? Because you guys are the ones watching, and I want to listen to you. I did particularly really enjoy that question of being direct. You guys want to try a social experiment? Hi.
Hello.
Are you okay being live from my YouTube channel?
Yeah, sure.
What's your name?
I'm Quinn.
Quinn, nice to meet you. I'm Chip. Okay, so Quinn, my experiment is about the relationship we have with animals. Can you come a little bit closer so that you're in view?
Yes, sure.
So, how do you feel about animals?
I love animals. Yeah, different kind of animals in the world, and I especially love cats. I just love cats. Yes.
Okay. What is it about cats that makes you love them?
They're just the shape. They are cute and furry. Yeah, yeah. I just love cats, and I love they don't really need all that much attention, so they're just kind of chill. Yes.
Would it be? Do you have a cat?
Not anymore, but yeah, I have
You
cats.
had a cat. Do you when you see a cat, do you think there's an individual behind those eyes, or do you think they're just like objects?
No, definitely they are individuals. They have a life on their own, and they go outside when they want, and they go inside when they want. So yeah, I definitely think they have a mind of their own.
Okay, nice. So, do you think that applies to all animals or just cats?
All animals, yes. You know, insects. Sometimes they're annoying, but they also have a kind of mind. But if you,
Yeah, because they have a brain, right?
they have a brain. But if they're in my room, I sometimes spiders. You know, I just catch them and then go to the room to get them outside.
Nice.
But mosquitoes, no mosquitoes. don't love mosquitoes.
Fuck mosquitoes. No, I'm kidding. No, I mean they also deserve moral consideration, but they're just assholes. I get. But let me ask you, what about all the animals? The animals that we usually objectify, the animals that we use for food, for clothing, or entertainment.
Yeah, the elephants from their horns, they don't really have horns anymore because they get predator or many humans shoot them off. So I don't. That is very bad from the humans.
But what about the cows, the chickens, the pigs?
Sometimes my parents buy a lot of biological stuff that they know that animals have a good life
And they've been killed.
and yeah, they are, yeah, of course, you know. I like meat, so I eat chicken too.
Would it be okay to kill cats to eat them?
No,
Why not?
no, in the war, you know, my great grandparents they ate a rabbit, but my grandma she refused to eat the rabbit, even though and sometimes a cat too. Then the cat is then the only thing you can eat. But
No, but in a situation like today where you have other options or other alternatives, how can we justify, like, why aren't you killing cats for food?
maybe we have just more a social band with the cats than we have with chickens. Maybe
But do you think that from their perspective it's fair? Do you think that just because you choose to have a social relationship with a cat and not a chicken, it's fair to kill one but not the other?
no, but I think that is just what grew in our human nature. That is what it is.
Yeah, and how do you leverage your values? Do you just accept the values that have been bestowed onto you by, I don't know, your parents or society? Or do you question your values and say, well, that might not be right, so I won't do it? Or do you just follow what you've been told to do?
I want to make the choices of my own, but sometimes I have a really good life, so I think I can choose my options, what I want to do. But some people, they don't really have that, or
Yeah.
it is much harder for them. And that is that's unfair.
So how can you then, because we're speaking about you, how can you morally justify forcing animals into slaughterhouses for something that you don't need?
Uh, you know, it's for me kind of hard to. I don't really eat a lot of meat, but it is. It's.
So you only kill some animals.
Yeah.
How can we
some.
morally justify killing some animals for something we don't need?
Why does it need to be justified?
No, I'm trying to understand your values because you say you love animals, but then you're killing them for something you don't need. Do you
Because
really love animals if you kill them for something you don't need?
I really need meat. I love meat.
Well, when you say you really need meat, it's you really want meat.
Yes.
But need biologically, you don't need meat. Biologically, you can survive and
Yeah,
thrive
if
on
we don't really
plant-based
need
diet.
meat, we don't really need a house. We can live without a house. But
No, it's not the
it's
same.
more
It's
a
not
lu-
the same.
a
It's not the
luxury.
same. It's not a luxury. The whole point of it is that you need a house. You can't live out there. It's pretty
No,
fucking cold.
it's hard, but it is.
But,
It can.
But I'm not talking about
Doing
something
it.
being hard. I'm talking about the readily available options. You can choose plant-based meat if you want. You can choose any other alternative. How can you actually make a choice where you're killing an innocent sentient being for something that you don't need? Something that's literally exactly like a cat, just in the body of a cow.
They're just really delicious and go on. I will be. Nee, ik kom later. Nee, oh sorry. I really need to have to go. But yeah, meat is just really delicious.
But,
and
can you stop talking about meat and tell me about the victims of your choices?
poor chickens.
Can you tell me about? You're not gonna eat meat. You're gonna kill and exploit innocent animals so that you get taste pleasure.
I don't really eat a lot of meat, so I don't really kill. If we all as
Only some.
humans- yeah, only some, because I just love meat, and that is in the human nature, I think.
So you think
can
your
choose-
love for meat, your taste pleasure, is worth more than the whole life of a sentient individual?
Yes.
The same for cats?
No,
Why is that? Again, like we come back to the same question. What's the difference between them?
because I love cats as a individual being.
So
and-
it's strictly about yourself.
But-
Only the relationship you have to animals. You only love the animals that you choose to love.
Yeah.
All the other animals deserve to die or whatever.
No, but that's just how it is. And
Well, that's
if-
not how it is. That's how
if
you make
I,
it be.
as an individual, just choose to not eat that chicken, then another individual will. So if we all
Really,
stop,
really, you don't have any demand in this economical structure. You're basically zero in this economical structure. When you make choices, your choices mean absolutely nothing to anybody, huh?
yeah.
Are you sure about that? Because that's not true.
If we all do it together, then it makes.
There definitely are some animals out there, like you say, that are specifically exploited and killed specifically for you and because of you.
The chickens.
Chickens, cows, pigs, I don't know
Yes.
who you eat, but all the animals that you have been told it's okay to exploit and kill, you never questioned it, and then now you just follow through with it.
I don't think that it's really okay, but it's just delicious. I like animals in ways I can love them to have as a pet, but also
so
eat.
how far can
But I
we
don't-
take this? Like, if you get pleasure from sexually abusing animals, should that be okay
What?
to do?
Sexually abusing animals?
Yeah, yeah. If you get pleasure from that, should that be okay?
That's weird.
By the way, in meat production, there's a lot of sexual abuse. That's weird, but you're paying for it.
So I'm gonna stop now.
Yeah.
I really need to go. Success with your social experiment. But I need
Thanks.
really.
I'm just trying to defend animals, you know,
Yeah,
and
that's good. But I,
you know,
I
in
still-
sanctuaries they save animals from people who make choices like
yes,
you.
of course.
So
I really understand, and I love to have a discussion, but maybe not with a camera or something. So yeah, but maybe you just need to talk with people in a cafe or something. I don't know, but many people have different opinions on that. And,
you're free to go. You're free to make your choices. Just be aware that the victims of your choices are not free to do what they want. They're enslaved, abused, and slaughtered because of you.
Yep.
So, if you don't want that to happen, then you probably should stop. And if you can't morally justify it, because you can't,
Yeah.
then probably you should stop. Because when we cannot morally justify our actions, we end up doing things like slavery, we end up doing things like removing women's rights, we end up doing things like removing LGBTQ rights, just because somebody told us it's okay to do so, but we can never actually morally justify them.
Those are other things, but I really
There are
need
other
to go
things,
now.
but they come from the same place
I'm
that
sorry,
this
man.
ignorance is coming from. That's okay, I get it. Have a good one. I think after today I'm gonna take a little break from activism. People are starting to annoy me a little bit. Why did you give him a card? Yeah. Why didn't you give him a card? It didn't feel like he. It felt more like. I just didn't feel like he would have used the card anyway. So. They are annoying us all, says Ali. I don't know. Maybe it's the line of questioning that I need to change a little bit. Let's go. I'll go with the traditional one, maybe, because I feel like in this line of questioning, people always end up in the same place. They end up justifying their own shitty behavior. They're not even justifying it, just saying that it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Why? Because I get pleasure from it. It's okay. Why? Because I like them. Oh, all the individuals that I like need to be protected, and they're okay. They need love. All the individuals that I don't like, fuck them all. Exploit them, kill them, abuse them. That's basically exactly how we got to all sorts of wars and racism and LGBTQ lack of rights and gay rights and all of this. All of it is explained by exactly the same thing, exactly the same place in your mind where you're like, I just got some values, I don't question them, I get pleasure from them, so therefore it's okay to do them regardless if their values are actually good, regardless if there's victims or not. Kind of sad to see. Speciesism connect all the isms, exactly. Indifference to the victim. Yeah, Louis, exactly, well said. I got really upset today. Terrible people today. The vegan plant, I'm sorry. Don't get upset, man. Like, or I don't know, or women, I don't know, or whatever you identify with. Like, it's okay. You don't. It's all good. We'll keep fighting. Don't worry. We don't give up. We keep fighting. We keep fighting. We'll always have people like this. We'll plant some seeds. We'll challenge them, and things will change. That's it. Sometimes we have days like this. Maybe it's the cold, that's bringing people up. Maybe it's myself. Maybe it's my attitude a little bit. I'm a little bit annoyed. It doesn't really matter. We'll continue fighting. We'll continue trying to plant seeds, and we'll continue trying to show people it's wrong to abuse animals. Never give up. Exactly, Emmy. Never give up. What's this about veganism? Don't take away my steak, says Joker's Wild. Joker's Wild. It's not your steak. That steak was the flesh of an innocent sentient being. Why don't you just eat a plant-based steak? Why don't you just eat something else? Who cares about what you want? If I like eating human bones, does that justify me killing humans and eating their bones? No. I don't want to force my lifestyle on you. I want you to stop forcing your lifestyles on the animals. Well said. What about the plant's feelings? Here we go, another plant rights advocate. Listen, I can understand you feeling that way. First of all, plants do not have feelings. Feelings are an emerging property of brains. Plants don't have that. There you go. You guys want to try a social experiment?
Yeah, no, nice.
Are you okay being live for my YouTube channel?
Hi guys.
Okay, I'll just turn this around and you tell me what you think. It says animal abuse should be legal.
Oh my god, not this one. Animal abuse. Yeah, it should be illegal.
It should be illegal. Am I to understand that you think it's wrong to abuse animals?
Of course.
Yes.
Why?
Because they're also beings and they have feelings.
Exactly.
Yeah, because they have feelings. They can feel the abuse, right?
Yeah.
How would you define abuse?
like hitting and not feeding them and abandoning them.
I would say physical or emotional harm. Is that a good description?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's wrong to abuse cats or dogs. What about the cows, the chickens, the pigs?
Oh, I knew it. I
You
knew
knew
it.
it. So is it wrong to abuse them?
It is, but
But you're going to continue doing it.
yeah.
Can you really be against animal abuse if you support it? If you give money to abuse animals, are you really against animal abuse? Oh my god! I was literally like nothing. It's insane. It's an insane day. Everybody, I don't know, it's an insane day. Wow. They ran instantly when they found out what it's about. Instantly. It's so funny. Anthony says, what's going on today? Yeah, right? It's okay, we keep going. And by the way, subscribe. Let's see, maybe this day gets better. What's in that Dutch water? Yeah, water. You guys want to try a social experiment? What country is that? We're in the Netherlands. Do ants have a subjective experience? Yes, they do. Ants have a subjective experience. Chip, thank you for all that you do to help the animals. Thank you. I try. Let's see. I don't have hopes for the next conversations anymore. Let's see. Oh, definitely not. Hello. You guys want to try a social experiment?
Yeah, sure.
Are you okay being live for my YouTube channel?
Yeah, cool. Yeah. What's the name?
I'll tell you afterwards. It's okay. Can you come a little bit closer so that you're in view?
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so I'm just going to turn this around and you tell me what you think. It says animal abuse should be legal.
Yeah.
What?
Animal abuse.
No.
Dierenmishandeling. Wat? Nee, no.
Yeah,
Oh, legal. Oh, no.
It should be illegal.
I might understand that you think it's wrong to abuse animals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why is it wrong to abuse animals?
Because they're living beings and they just deserve a life just as we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it just because they're alive, or is it something specific about them that makes them deserving of?
They're living
things.
being
They're
like
just-
us.
I mean,
so I think they're just yeah.
Just that they're not our species or something doesn't mean we need to, like.
Abuse them,
No.
It's the same with racism.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
Also with nature, you should keep it.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate that. How would you define abuse?
Hitting them or not giving them
Yeah.
enough food or
like-
mistreating them, really.
Or like using them for
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
doing weird things with them just to get views or something on
Yeah.
Okay.
on social media or something.
I would say some
That's-
form of physical or emotional harm.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's wrong to abuse cats and dogs.
Yeah.
What about the cows, chickens, pigs?
I think you also don't need to abuse them because like they get like put like with 10 of them in a small cage sometimes at farms and then
Yeah.
it's
But do you
like-
think that killing them for something we don't need, like food, because we have
Yeah.
readily available options? Don't
I
you
mean
think that's wrong?
Yeah.
you can do it but you don't like need to treat them like that when you
Yeah,
just for food.
I'm
So-
vegan, so I don't really.
You're vegan?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Love it.
I mean, I eat like meat sometimes, but only once a week. So
Okay, but even once a week, right?
Yeah.
Like imagine to that individual
Yeah.
when I say individual, that
Yeah.
animal that gets killed.
Yeah.
Do you think to them it matters that you eat once a week, or then to them it matters that you chose that one time to take their life?
yeah, I mean, it's still bad, but like my mom also doesn't want like 1-star meat or something. She wants like that the animals live a good life and.
Would you eat a dog, for example?
No, definitely not. No.
I'm a dog person.
You're a dog person.
I have a dog.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there you go, because you mentioned racism, right? And you say you wouldn't eat a dog, but then
Yeah,
what's the difference between a dog and a cow that says it's okay to kill one but not the other?
I mean, dogs are more. I think
Social.
they're more social.
They're
Like,
just
but-
no, cows are just as social. They're just,
Yeah,
they
I mean
socialize.
they're but like
They have
I don't
desire
know,
to
actually, yeah.
socialize. Yeah,
Because
they,
it's like
Yeah,
for generations upon generations, a lot of everybody eats cows. We use them.
Yeah,
It's
just
become
like
a norm, and
yeah.
that's
Yeah, it's normal,
actually
but
not
the-
supposed to be good.
yeah, exactly.
And that's why it should be. They should get a better life.
And that's the thing, right? It is indeed normal, but normal just means that everybody does it. It doesn't mean that it's
Yeah.
right to do so, right?
Yeah, I mean, um, um, other animals eat each other also. So I mean, like in the genes or something of.
But you know, when we
animals
say
and
other
people.
animals eat other animals, we're
Yeah.
almost saying that it's okay to do it because other animals do it, right? But other
Yeah.
animals, they do all sorts of weird shit. Like a lion, when they meet each other, they sniff each other's butt. Did you
Okay,
come,
yeah,
did you come and sniff
But
my butt? No.
yeah.
So
No,
the other
no.
lions, you know, whenever they want to show dominance, they kill
Yeah.
all the children of their friends, all their cubs, and that's how they show dominance in their tribe. So.
Damn.
Imagine a human being doing that to their children. No,
Yeah, no, thank you.
we don't
No.
take other animals as an example for
No,
morality for what we think is right or wrong.
I think we also, like humans, think they're like the best, the most intelligent animal ever lived on Earth. But like, I mean, it could be right, but other animals have things they can do that we cannot do. So it's also
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They like, you know, cows. I think they have a much better smell than us. They
Yeah,
have this
yeah,
big
exactly.
nose. Of course, they can smell way
Yeah.
better than us, right?
Yeah.
Pigs are extremely intelligent. You know, pigs. There's in sanctuaries you see pigs that they pick flowers and they bring them to their home to decorate their home. So there's all sorts of interesting things that animals do. You know, we think
Yeah.
we're so special, but a lot of the things might just be we're exactly like all of them. Just we
Yeah.
have never realized or observed it from them, right? So do you think that then for something that we don't need again for food, I understand we might like food, that food. I understand
Yeah.
it might be convenient for us to do that, but it's not actually that we need it, right? So when we're choosing to take the
Yeah.
life of an animal, do you think that's right? Because we don't need it, right?
I mean, yeah, we could like get a meatless diet, but
There you go.
you need like how do you call it? Eiwitten. Hoe noem je dat in het Engels? Niet
Protein. You can get protein.
yeah.
Where do you get your protein?
We just use like every morning I get a smoothie with some protein shake in it. Protein.
There you go.
Yeah, protein powder.
Yeah, I mean, we have that still at home because my mom tried a diet with way too much protein, but she didn't really like it, so we don't really use it anymore. I use it sometimes, but
Yeah.
But there are only different options.
Yeah, there are different options,
Yeah.
but you have so many options also
Yeah.
like for plant-based protein, right? Like you can get tofu, tempeh, you know, tofu's
yeah, we
you,
eat.
you just have to put it in some spices and it takes
Yeah.
the spices, whatever it is, it's
we
delicious.
eat tempeh pretty often.
Oh, there you go. Tempeh is also really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, obviously, eating less animal products is better. But just to put things into perspective, and that's all. I want to let you know one thing because that's what got me to be vegan. For example, is do you know what happens to dairy cows, the cows that we use for milk?
When the little cows are born, they immediately get like split.
Yeah, that's
and then-
that's one thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they're born male, what do you think happens to them?
They get killed.
Yeah. So the first thing, first of all, yeah, you're right. Like, so first, you know, cows need to make babies. Farmers, they don't let them decide when they want to have babies. They literally decide for them. They forcefully say, well, you have to be pregnant, so they forcefully impregnate them. When they're born, as you said, they get separated from their mothers, which is fucked up. It's messed up, right, to do that to a child. And yeah, if they're male, they get killed. So if you were born a cow, you would have been killed by now. Luckily, you weren't born a cow. Yeah, and if they're born female, same as their mother, year over year, forceful impregnation, taking their babies. And when the farmers can no longer do that 1 year, they kill them because it would be too costly to keep them alive for another year. And that usually happens around 6 to 8 years, and they can live up to 25, so 25% of their life. They live a quarter of their life, and then they get killed.
Yeah.
That's messed up. Yeah.
It is very messed up. So when you buy cheese, when you eat animal products, you're basically telling the farmers, do more of this so that I
Oh,
get my
shit.
product.
I eat cheese way too much. I
Yeah.
really like cheese, so it's like almost an addiction for me or so.
Get it, yeah.
Yeah.
But you gotta ask yourself, what is it?
Yeah.
What is it do you think values more? Is it
Yeah.
your liking of
I-
cheese, this thing, or a whole animal's life?
Yeah.
I mean, I really like it, but we tried alternatives, but it's really hard to find a good alternative for some products. And I mean, we tried cheese made of almonds, but that was like that.
There's some pretty good ones nowadays. You can find some good ones.
Yeah,
I've been vegan for
sometimes,
1.5 years. I think since Christmas of 2022, and like, you do have to like get used to it, but eventually after a while, it's normal for you. You know?
Yeah, it's normal. It's just like it's the same as everything else. It's just at this point in time, no more animals are exploited for you. No more animals are treated like objects, you know, and no more animals are abused, which is extremely important because. You guys seem like compassionate guys. You seem like, honestly, you're probably one of the 3 most intelligent people I've talked to today, and I've talked to some of these people, and it's refreshing to see because you're young and it's nice, and it's important that you are given some values and you think it's okay to kill cows for food or to use cows for food, but not dogs. But you gotta question it. Why is that? Because if you're just gonna go by the values that somebody gives you, then you're just doing exactly what people who enslaved other people did. People who killed other people for their religion, like people Nazis and stuff. You gotta question your values, otherwise you can't just follow them, you know?
I mean, I mostly know this because of my mom. My mom is really like hoe noem je dat? Echt bezig met daarmee. She's like
She finds that animals have rights.
Yeah, I mean, she dat ze er echt aan denkt en zeg maar ermee bezig is.
She thinks a lot about her.
It's like them. I don't know how to say it. But
Yeah, but like she's pretty busy with it or something. Yeah.
She cares about them.
Yeah.
She always like.
She keeps it in mind.
Yeah, so, but we gotta keep in mind that, all these actions, like what I told you about milk, for cheese, for everything, these are things that animal agriculture, they don't show you, they don't tell you, because they want you to buy these products, they want you to consume this product. So you won't see this often, but that's why I like to inform people, that's why I like to tell them, because if you don't, if you think it's wrong to do this, then perhaps you shouldn't pay farmers to do it. Perhaps you shouldn't participate in it. And I know you're kids, and you probably don't do a lot of it, but you do have a choice in the matter. You do tell your parents kind of what you do. You do make choices for yourself. So you can choose to be vegan, like your friend here. Which, by the way, another high five. Nice. So.
Yeah, I also know like I think the grandparents of my aunt, my aunt's parents, they have a farm, but like they were on vacation once, and then we went a weekend there watching the cows because they're pretty old now, so they are gonna do the cows away. But I came there and I immediately got to the cows because I come there pretty often, like at least like 3 times, 4 or 5 times.
But the cows are cute, right? When you see them,
I mean, they have like calves, or not calves, but like they're
babies.
a year old
Yeah.
or something, or 2 years. I think they're really cute.
So
they're also so kind.
Yeah, they're also so kind, exactly. And if you play
Really
music, they're
curious.
curious, exactly. Yeah.
We needed to clean their all the poop. I didn't like it, but I mean they had a machine and they cleaned it with that, but the machine stopped for some reason or something, and we need to go in, and then they went sniffing and licking
And that's the thing.
Biting on my fingers.
You went there to the farm and you saw this one side of it, and that's I don't know, maybe 80% of it. But then there's this other part when they have to take the animals, they have to slaughter them, or they have to take them to the
but they
slaughter,
don't
or they have to
slaughter.
separate the babies, or they, like it's either way. Like you can't say there's a nice way of killing an animal. There's no nice way of doing it, is there? Especially when there's no need, right?
I mean, when there is a need, like really sick and you
Yeah, but
give
that's
them,
a
like,
scenario. That's called euthanasia. You know,
Yeah.
that's like a mercy killing. You kill them
Yeah.
to spare them their life. But
Yeah.
when we kill animals, mostly we kill them for our benefit, not for their benefit. When they're sick, we do it for them. It's like, well, I don't want to see them in pain. I don't want them to feel pain.
Yeah.
So we kill them. But in other situations, we just kill them because we want to eat their meat or something.
Yeah.
We get some benefit from it. So I'll just ask you this one question and I'll let you go. How many more animals should be exploited or killed for you before you make this change? Before you make a change?
I don't know.
How many do you want?
I mean, I want that zero, like
You
get
gotta go
killed,
like your
but
friend
it's
vegan.
like, yeah, but it's like pretty hard to stop just at once with meat and just animal products. So
How do you feel? I'll come back to you. How do you feel?
I feel it should also be zero, but I wouldn't say it should be zero, but I wouldn't know because I don't know how much how much you would kill, because like a lot of stuff, almost everything is based on animals.
And I understand that, yeah.
Also
but
their environment, that's also,
I mean,
I would say.
what do you mean by the environment is based on that?
I mean, if you would say
well, I
some
mean,
for some products to pack them, to make them, and then to bring them, you like for wood stuff. Now you go out wood, but then also the trees, and then all the things that all the animals that live in the jungle
surrounding
or
it, like
Yeah, but like
captivity.
So though, obviously, whenever you're doing something, you're walking, you accidentally step on an ant, that will happen, and it's sad to happen, and we should improve on that. But that doesn't give us the right to add
Kill
on top
them.
of that and kill more animals, right? So
Yes.
Yeah.
and when it comes to trees and other plants, you know, they don't have emotions, they don't feel. They're
But
like
they're still living things.
they're living things, and we should respect them as much as so, right? So then, even in that case, it'd still be preferable to kill less plants. So when we're vegan, we kill way less plants because we forget that animals are also fed plants, you know, they're fed way more plants than otherwise. And if I could say something, because you said it might be hard, you know, first, I don't know how hard it is. It's just like any other change in life. It's normally hard. I guess you're kind of young to see that. But, you know, a lot of the times in life, the best things or the right things to do are sometimes the hard things to do. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't do them.
Yeah,
And
I mean, but like at once, just stop it. I mean, like slowly start eating less animal products. Like is easier. You can't just stop.
would you
like
stop
in
if
one
it were
day.
dogs?
Probably yes.
Would you find it hard if it were dogs?
Yeah. No.
If in the whole situation instead of cows it's dogs, they get, as I
Yeah,
said,
I
they
mean-
could have their babies taken from them, their babies killed, and all that. If
I mean, I wouldn't really want it with both of the animals, but yeah, I still think I prefer dogs, even though they're both really social animals.
But you can have
Yeah.
that preference. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with having that preference. I think the whole point of it is not like you can like certain animals more than others. It's just that the animals that you don't have a preference for, that you don't like, they shouldn't be put into a slaughterhouse for you.
Yeah,
right?
I mean-
that's it.
Yeah.
Let me give you a card. You have my YouTube channel there, and you also have some resources to help you out. I recommend you guys watch The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear. I'll also give you one since you have my. I recommend you watch The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear. You watch it
Yeah.
with your mom or something, with your parents.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good watch. It's not gruesome, so it's not something with
Yeah.
a lot of blood or something. And I think it's important that you guys are young. It's important that we make the choices for ourselves and that we think for ourselves. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you guys' names? What's your name?
I'm Owen.
Owen. Nice to meet you, Owen.
Ishan.
Ishan. Nice to meet you.
Tibor.
Tibor, nice to meet you. Owen, Ishan, and Tibor. And Owen
Your name?
is vegan. I'm Chip. Hell yeah, man.
to meet you.
Third time. Yeah.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, nice talking to you. And keep going
great
vegan.
day.
Yeah. Yeah, you too.
Good luck.
Guy. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's me. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
live now.
Oh yeah. I can see myself.
You
yeah.
can see yourself, yeah.
I'm subscribed now.
Nice to have you, man.
Yeah.
Have a good one. The vegan forces with you, Dracolome. Nice, thank you. Yeah, it's nice to see, nice to finally have some compassionate people. This gave me hope, says Funny Thursday. Yeah, it was nice to see that one kid being vegan, huh? It was very nice. Owen was his name. It was nice to see Owen being vegan. It's nice to see that there's people out there who think. It's nice to see that people make changes. Yeah, great outreach with kids. Thank you, Martin. Yeah, I think I have, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes more left in me. The previous conversations, the bad conversations really take it out of you, huh? And try a social experiment? Nice black and white view there, dude. What black and white view do you mean? I'm no better than a tiger. Me and the tiger are equal. Therefore, subject to the same opportunities. Okay, so if a tiger will kill their babies or a tiger will commit sexual, how should I put this in a nice way, sexual abuse on a partner, you think that you should also be entitled to do so because a tiger does it. It's refreshing to talk to aware people, yeah. Stop. That's human nature instinct. What is human nature instinct? Do you just go by your instincts? Because I thought the whole point of you thinking we're superior beings is that we don't go by our instincts, that we rationalize, that we do things rationally, right? That's what everybody says when they say we're superior. Although I don't think we are, but yeah. Are you cold? I'm a bit cold, yeah. It was warmer before, but it's getting colder. Tonight it's gonna be pretty cold, and tomorrow it's gonna be even colder. No, that was wholesome. I'm glad that people enjoyed that conversation with the kids. Yeah, nice to see. I wasn't hopeful about it. Hi, you wanna try it? You wanna try the social experiment?
Yeah, but it's long.
I can do it fast. You guys wanna try it too?
What is it? Why don't we just watch it you first?
Say it again.
Wait, no, yeah. Continue.
Oh, I just asked you some questions. That's it. But you gotta be okay with being live on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Because I'm live. Is that okay?
Yeah. I can already see it.
Okay.
Do we need to be on the camera?
You don't need to be on the camera, but it's preferable if you're on camera.
No, let's see first.
Let's see first. Do you want to be on camera?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, can you be on camera? What's your name?
Can I take a picture of you guys?
Yeah, of course. What's your name?
Jane.
Jane, nice to meet you. I'm Chip.
Nice to meet you.
So, my social experiment is with the relation that we have with animals. So how do you feel? Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm gonna understand from that you like cats.
No, I actually don't even like cats ever.
No. So, how do you feel about animals in general?
What do you mean how I feel? They're like furry balls of happiness.
Furry balls of happiness. Okay. What if they're not furry balls of happiness?
Like what kind of animal? Alligator.
Sure. Whatever animals. Like, I'm curious, how do you feel about them? Do you think that behind the eyes of animals, like let's say cats,
There's a
dogs,
human in there.
Is there somebody? Not necessarily
Like
human.
like
somebody.
they're what do you call that? Like what's it called? Like warging or like what's it called when they what's it called when they have like the animal and it looks like there's a human in there?
A furry?
No, like a mask. Like what is it? I don't know. Someone in the comments knows what I'm talking about right now.
I don't know what you mean. But yeah, so
It's like there's a human in there, but like it's fake. Okay, anyway, continue.
Yeah. So do you think there's a individual who has a subjective experience there, who experiences the world subjectively?
Like an animal who has a subjective experience.
Yeah.
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 But like they're not conscious of it.
Are they not conscious? Are
I don't
animals
think
conscious?
that they are conscious of it because that's why humans outcompeted all the other species.
Well,
Like
animals
they can
are.
just survive and they have like a trajectory of the
sure.
world, but like we actually have like, I don't know, we have more of a subconscious.
I mean, what do you understand by conscious? What do you mean by conscious?
I guess the free will to make decisions. Okay, no, now we're getting to determinism. I don't know.
But they do have free will, right? Oh, are you?
Yeah, they have free will, but like
Just as much as we do, right? So
their
if you believe
code
in it.
is more rooted in survival than our code is in like how can we function well in a society, not like how can we function well like just to survive every day.
Say it again. I'm
Like,
sorry. guys.
They make choices in order to survive.
But you would
because
also
that's,
make
like,
choices in order.
inherent.
So you.
Yeah, but our survival is so different to their survival because it's like there's so many more things that we have to think about. I sound like an idiot, but like
Yeah. So they make choices based on survival, right?
yeah, I guess.
But you would also make choices based on survival if
You know
you were
what?
in
You're
survival
baiting
situation,
me because you're
right?
saying like, but this is right? And I'm like, no.
I'm just trying to understand where your values are. How
I
do you value animals? Like, do you think is it okay to abuse animals?
No, of course not. But
No.
like, I'm
Why
saying
not?
that
Why is
I'm
it
not
wrong to abuse
vegetarian,
animals?
so. Because there's just something in us that makes us not feel good when we do that, unless you have
Okay.
psychopathic tendencies.
Why is it wrong to abuse animals?
Because animals have feelings, like they're conscious beings.
Okay, love
Okay,
it.
this is his whole entire like argument.
That's what I was saying, that they're conscious.
And
yeah.
I like cooked it real bad.
That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not about that.
Yeah.
It's so okay. So then, how would you define abuse?
Abuse.
Yeah.
Causing
Exploitation.
pain to an animal, or like exploitation, exploiting something that's
The
vulnerable
fact,
and can't
exploiting
speak
the
for
fact
itself.
that they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
common defense will start stepping in, you less annoying girl.
So what? So,
All right, whatever.
wait. Don't listen to the chat. Don't listen.
That's
please,
literally what I
please,
said,
please,
but in
please,
so
please.
many words.
Don't listen to the chat.
Yeah.
That's insane.
We don't care what the chat says. We care what we
Yeah, of
conversation
course,
we're
of
having.
course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, my question is, okay, so then if it's wrong to abuse animals,
Mm-hmm.
cats, dogs, what about cows, chickens, pigs? Is it wrong to abuse them?
I knew this was
I
vegetarian.
agree. I
like,
think
propaganda.
it is. No, I agree.
I knew
It
this
is
was
wrong.
propaganda.
But I
It's not
think
propaganda.
I think like we live in a like is this about like because I would eat meat, but I would say guys let him do his fucking job, bro. I think it's just like we live in a society where that's normalized.
Yeah.
So
But
like
just
I'm
because
gonna
it's
eat meat.
normal doesn't make it right, right? Like if we normalize animal abuse, does that mean animal abuse is okay?
No, that's true. But I think with like animal things, like they're like the reason that we're I don't know. It's like I know it's morally wrong to eat animals, but like I do
Oh,
it
there you go.
anyway.
So so why is that? Like it's interesting because you agree that it's morally wrong to do so, but then you participate in it too. Like, would you have the same stance on other things that you think are morally wrong? Like I don't know, murder, rape,
No.
I don't know, racism, whatever.
Do you know what?
But I think
This is so.
I don't know. This is an interesting
I
thought.
feel like
because I know that there's
I'm
like,
in. I feel like the people that I see doing these social experiments are bots, and now we're the ones doing.
no,
it.
okay, let me say something. I think like it's like in the history of humans, like we've always farmed animals. Like my grandparents were farmers; they farmed animals.
Same,
Like we have
yeah.
farms, so it's not morally. I think what's happening now, like the over-consumerism of meat, is morally wrong. But like just eating animals, I don't think is wrong.
Oh,
Like, it's
but
part
you
of the-
you said something else minutes ago. Now you're. taking
Wait,
it
what did
back.
I say before?
You said it's morally wrong to kill animals for food, to eat animals.
But I think if you're killing them, like if you're raising them and then you kill them, then it's
I
different.
mean,
'cause
they're
that's
all
not-
raised and killed, right? They're all the same situation.
But I think like a dog and a cat is different to a chicken.
Well, what's the difference?
I think a chicken is less conscious.
So
Not
if
less
we find-
conscious, but less. It's got less purpose in life. Like a dog can have a relationship with a human. A dog can is like a man's best friend. A dog has like other pleasures, gets happy, is sad. I don't think a chicken gets happy and
They
sad.
do. They have positive and negative valence emotions. That's what sentience is, and they do have that.
I'm sure they do because like when they get food, they feel a certain sort of emotion, and when they don't, they do. But they
It's
don't
not just
have
about
like.
food. They have social relations. They
have
there's-
social
yeah,
relations.
Yeah, I had a pet chicken when I was young, and I can tell you that they feel emotions just like cats and dogs. I had cats and dogs. They're exactly like cats and dogs, just that they're chickens.
I don't. I don't think so.
I mean,
What's wrong with me? You want to fight?
no, but I mean,
joking, yeah.
literally they are. And there's also
Yeah.
the Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness, which acknowledges that they are conscious and that they have positive and negative values, emotions,
Yeah.
and they have social requirements and all of that, right?
Yeah.
Just like we do. It's
But do they have I don't think they have a purpose in life like dogs and cats do.
well, you give them purpose, right? But the question is, do you think it's okay to place
No,
a
because
purpose?
we also give chickens purpose, but I mean, like a dog, I think it feels, I mean, I don't know, like I think it feels some sort of purpose in life to serve its owner, to like be, to like see other. Okay, maybe I just don't know enough about chickens then.
No,
But
I'm
clearly,
just-
I never knew this thing about social relations.
They,
That's
they,
new
they,
to
they
me.
do
Yeah.
have that, yeah. But like the
Yeah.
question is, because like when it comes to, let's say, an intellectually challenged human being,
Yeah.
we equate for all of it. They're born with a disease that makes them not want to be social. They're born with a disease that makes them intellectually challenged in a way that they have the cognitive capabilities of a dog, of a pig,
Mhm.
whatever, a cow. Would it be okay to kill them, to use them?
Yeah, no.
So then what is the difference between them and then anybody and a cow? Because I think the only difference that matters is the sentience, right? That the fact that they have the capability to feel what's happening to them. The fact that
But we need protein,
but we don't need it from animals. We can get it from plants.
but not in the same way.
It's
You
exactly
can't get
the same. I'm actually studying to be a certified nutritionist, and I can tell you.
Yeah, in the
Full
exact
blown.
same way.
It's maybe there's certain plant-based proteins that have lower bioavailability,
Mhm.
but even in those scenarios, you can get more of those, and then you get the same thing.
But for example, like a very common substitute would be like soya
Yeah.
or like tofu, but like that is also causing like crazy environmental destruction.
But you know why it's causing crazy amount of deforestation?
Why?
Because of the animals, because of the animal farming.
No,
Most
but
of
it's also like
yeah, but
a
most
lot
of the
soya
soy,
plants,
yeah, but most of the soy is
Yeah.
grown for the animals. Well, not most of it. Most of the soy that's grown for food is grown for the animals.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
mean,
lot of
I
soy
don't
is
know if
also
I can
grown
like
for-
engage in this conversation
Yeah.
that much because I'm not as educated.
That's okay. That's okay.
so
You
I'm
can get
not
educated.
sure.
Like the whole
But
point.
this is interesting.
I
yeah.
appreciate you saying
Yeah.
like the point isn't to trust me what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like the point is to, after this discussion that you have with me, to go out there, reflect on your values, reflect on your choices, and perhaps make better choices. Because I understand your values are that you're against animal abuse, but the question is, can you really be against animal abuse when you go in the supermarket and pay for animals to be abused, or pay buying products of animal abuse?
But I think if an animal is raised ethically, like not like free range like chickens or like in the thing, I think that's animal cruelty. I agree. But I think if it's like free range in a more sustainable farm that's more ethical, then I think like these chickens have no purpose in life to be living.
But
Like, I
you
think they
keep
can
saying
be
purpose. How do you know they don't have a purpose? They just want to live, like just like you. You just want to live. Nobody. It's
But
not
it's
like
different with humans because humans have like dreams. Humans
All-
have like
all
things
these
they want to
animals
do.
also have dreams.
A chicken doesn't have dreams.
They do have dreams. There's a toilet right there. You see where the Heineken there? You just go
No,
have
I
to
also
go
need
down.
to go to the toilet. But yeah,
Yeah.
this has been an interesting discussion.
Well, let me give you a card to look more into it. I mean, I just sit here and speak on behalf of animals. That's all I do. Because I believe that, I personally am against animal abuse. And you can't be against animal abuse if you go around paying for it. Like, just like I couldn't be a feminist if I would go around beating women. That wouldn't mean I'm a feminist, right?
That's different. But
It's not, literally, veganism, which I am, is a moral position of standing up for animals. It literally means respecting animals. And that literally means, please don't touch the phone. It literally just means respecting animals, leaving them alone. And that, of course, as a consequence, you're not going to kill them and eat them. You're not going to kill them and wear their skin. Like, how do you feel about leather, for example? Do you think killing animals to wear their skin is okay?
no.
No.
I mean,
Why? It's the same thing. It's not okay because we have alternatives. It's the same for food. It's not okay because we have alternatives. I'm not saying like in a case where you're in a situation where you have to do it because to survive or you would die otherwise. I'm not telling you to die. I'm telling you that you have other
yeah,
alternatives.
but also often the replacements for these meat products are very expensive. To be vegan is quite expensive. The only restaurants that sell vegan meat, they're expensive restaurants. They're not like, it's not available to everyone to just
some
be
of
vegan.
some of the direct replacements might be expensive, but a lot of them are not. Like a lot of the food that you eat is tofu, pasta, rice, beans, lentils, chickpeas. This stuff is the cheapest stuff in the supermarket, and I
But
can tell you-
lentils, chickpeas and tofu, I don't think are enough replacement for meat.
tofu is more than enough. Tofu is exactly like chicken. Whatever you put on chicken, you put on tofu. You put it in a air fryer. You put it in the oven. You put it in the pan. Whatever it is, and it's almost the same. Because it literally just mimics the taste that you put on it. Like, but I can give you resources for that. The whole point is, you kind of have to understand that you don't want to be part of it. That you have to ask yourself, do I really want to be part of this animal abuse, exploitation, and slaughter? Do I really want to?
But I think I also don't really view it as animal cruelty because, as I said before, like my grandparents were farmers. Like they love animals. They love the people that think, but they kill them. But like it's
imagine if your
it's like that they love they take care of the chickens, they take care of the cows, but at the end of the day you kill them because that's like the cycle of life. It's like these animals are being raised like they're happy eating grass, living in these fields.
But they don't want to die. They don't want to be killed. Do you want to be killed?
Of course they don't want to be killed, but do they even have desires? I don't think a cow has desires. They have desires to food, eat, sleep.
Cows, cows are exactly like dogs. They're identical. Literally, you can throw balls to cows and they bring back the balls. Cows have zoomies, just like dogs do. Like they have absolutely all of it. And for cows to be treated like objects, like let me just put things into perspective before you go. So what do you know about dairy industry? Do you know what happens to dairy cows, for example?
No.
So a lot of the times when we think about dairy cows, we think about this communion with them, right? We give them food, they give us milk. But in order for them to produce milk, they have to be pregnant. So farmers, they forcefully impregnate them. They literally, somebody puts their hands in their anus, hold their cervix, and injectable semen in their vagina. Or they have a dildo or whatever, doesn't really matter. But they forcefully impregnate them. Once the babies are born, what do you think happens to them? Once the babies are born, they take away the babies so that they don't drink all the milk, so that farmers can control how milk they. I'll just one more minute, so that the farmers can control how much milk they drink. If the babies are born male, they don't produce milk. So what happens to them?
They kill them.
Exactly. If the babies are born female, year over year, forceful impregnation.
But is this all
standard
farms?
practice? I saw it in my grandma's backyard. I come from Romania. They have subsistence agriculture there, and I saw it in my grandma's backyard. You don't really. That's the thing, because these procedures, when you hear them out loud, they sound insane and bad, and they are. But they go, they happen in periods. So when you go to a farm, you may go for a week and never see these procedures happen, but they still happen. These individuals still go through it. That's why you will notice most of dairy farms only have females. Where the hell are all the males? There should be at least 50-50, right? There should be at least some percentage there, but there's almost always just one male because they keep them for sperm or something.
Okay, yeah. Well, you've given me a lot to think about.
Well, thank you for having this conversation with me. I hope you look more into it, because how many more animals should be exploited for you? How many more animals do you want to die for you before you make a change?
I think though that a lot of these things, like veganism, vegetarianism, and like a lot of climate things, it's like very much put on the individual when it has to be top bottom.
I've heard this so much today. I've heard this so much, but the thing is, the system cannot change because individuals pay for it, right? This isn't a system where this isn't a system that comes from the government. This isn't like
it come from the government because the government can put taxes on meat. Government can do stuff.
They
from
can,
the top
but the
to
government
the bottom.
cannot do that if 98% of people participate in it, can they? The government just respects the will of the people, and if 98% of the people they want to exploit and kill animals and they don't give a shit about animals, then they will do that, and they won't give a shit about animals. That's why there's governments all around the world who have all sorts of weird laws. Laws don't equal morality. Laws just equal what the people want. So it's important that at the end of the day, it's important also that you find yourself, where do you want to be? Like, you want to, when you die on your deathbed, do you want to say, well, I was at least on the right side of history. I wasn't on the side of being violent towards animals just because I got some taste pleasure from it, right? Because that's what got me. Like, how can I close my eyes and think that I'm sitting here in my bed nice and neat, but then I'm paying for other individuals to go have their throats cut and all that stuff just for something that I don't actually need, just because I like it or get a kick out of it. It's kind of fucked up.
It is fucked up, that's true. Okay, well, thank you very much for having
Well,
this conversation.
I recommend you watch Dominion, or The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear. Dominion is kind of gruesome, if not the most important speech you'll ever hear. And you have other resources there to help you go vegan. You have all the things you need, and they're all free, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
What's your name?
Nice to meet you. Lucia.
Lucia.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Chip.
Nice to meet
You got to go vegan. You seem very smart, so question your morals, okay? Don't just
Yeah. Well, thank you. Give me a lot to think about.
Yeah. The bathroom is there, by the way. It's next to the Heineken. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. I mean, she was pretty nice. She was really nice girl who actually was interested in the conversation and had a good conversation. But her friend, oh my God, her friend was all over the place. Plant-based diet use Draculum. Plant-based diet use 1.5 to 2 kilogram plants per day. Non-plant-based diet use 4 to 6 kilogram of plants per day. Oh, that's a good one, because animals are fed with those crops and non-vegans are fed with those crops as well. Nice to know. Whew. I was with the sign of animal abuse and didn't even realize it. Hey Donna, nice to see you here. She read our comments. We helped her see. Good. Good. That's why I keep saying we're a team, you know? We're a team. We all work together. We work together to help the animals. We do it together. And I appreciate you guys being here, and I appreciate you helping out. That's really useful, you know? And that's what gives me the most energy. The team, the unitedness that we have. That helps out a lot. We should make a Discord server, says Linda. We should do a Discord server, yes. Okay, well, I'm gonna wait for 5 more minutes. If nobody comes, I think I'm gonna go because I'm a bit frozen and I gotta go to the bathroom also, so. Yes, we're a team, exactly. Stop eating corpses, love it. OG says next person is vegan, hopefully. It's okay, Pia, we all do. It's hard not to, yeah. Whew. Today I had a pretty good day at the gym, by the way. Just so many people think you need it for the protein or whatever, but today what was it? 126 kg squat again, very nice, and 115 kg bench press. It's pretty good. Also 3 reps, which was basically a PR for me today. So yeah, I don't know if anybody cares about these kind of stuff. I just say them because yeah. 3D printing guy, I really love to be in your stream. Absolutely incredible. Okay, well, thank you for being here. I hope you're subscribed. And this goes for everybody. If you're enjoying this, hey, subscribe. This is what happens in these streams. You know, you don't know what you see. You don't know what will happen. And we're all here together to defend animals. .3D printing guy says I was one of those 3 guys. Oh, you were one of the guy in that we were speaking about today. Okay, speaking of. Were you one of the kids? Oh, well, you were Tibor. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed the conversation with you 3 kids. Yeah, it was much better than a lot of other people. That was awesome. Hey, thank you for having that conversation with me. I hope you get to reflect a little bit. Yeah. You guys want to try a social experiment? Yeah, Casey says you guys did a lot better than most adults. Exactly. You guys are smarter than a lot of adults that we've seen today. Why am I jumping? Half because I have to pee and half because it's cold. A combination of those. You say, I should thank you, bro, says Tibor. Hey, very nice, Tibor. Nice to see. Hi, you want to try the social experiment? Very nice of you. Where's Lodevike? Yeah, exactly. Where's Lodevike when we need Lodevike? Damn it. Yeah, I think I need to go. I think I need to go, everybody. That's it. Let's see. There's a group of people coming. We're gonna try this last one, and if not, we're going. Nope, nobody. Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for who donated. I'm sorry, I forgot who donated. I don't remember that. Thank you so much for everybody in the chat. We've had we started having some good conversations towards the end. We're going to continue having good conversations. I'll probably be live again on Saturday. I'm not 100% sure. Tomorrow or Saturday. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell so that you see when I go live. Remember to like the video. It helps out with the algorithm and everything. And hey, drop a comment. Tell me what I could have done better in those conversations. I don't like it when we have conversations like that. I really want to get those conversations a little bit better. So if you think, hey, maybe approach it like this, or be practical, because you know, I think, as I said, we're a team and it helps out, and I just want to speak up and make the world a little bit better and help animals. Okay, so thank you so much for being here, everybody. Thank you so much for the moderators. You did a great job moderating. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for everybody in the chat. You did a great job also. We are a team, as I said. Have an awesome vegan day. If you're not vegan, go vegan. Stop abusing animals. Stop it. And if you are vegan, speak up for animals. Do something nice. I appreciate you, everybody. Have a good one.